What's up, everybody? We got a PDF file war going on. It's the war of the PDF files. Who's the bigger PDF file? That's the game we're gonna play today, because it's looking bad for both of them, honestly. H3H3 started attacking Destiny over the shit I've covered many times, all the sus stuff that Destiny has done over his years of being an online guy. And then everybody started pulling up receipts of old shit H3. H3 said, so yeah, today it's the war of the PDF files. We got Destiny in one corner, and we got Ethan Klein, H3 in the other corner. Now, I don't know if they're definitely pedophiles, but this is not good. It's not looking good for both of them, because if you're somebody like H3 and you have a past of making just nonstop PDF file jokes, and then you start making PDF file accusations, well, shit. What do you think's gonna happen? Fortunately, I was never one of those dumb kids who was like, oh, let me make a bunch of pedo jokes. That's gonna make me edgy and cool. I always thought pedo jokes were fucking cringe as fuck. But there was a point not too long ago where that was the thing, to be an edgy boy and fucking make like the worst jokes you could ever possibly imagine. And I blame Howard Stern for that. What's up, everybody? Everybody doing good? Who we got in the chat? John, what's up, John? Hey, Tia Dad, be nice to John. Let me try to explain this to John. Sorry, guys, a little bit off track here. John, when Tia Dad asks you for a receipt, he's joking. And it's, if you've been watching the episodes recently, the receipt, what he's referring to is the whole Raja Jackson thing I've been talking about, John. This is what I try to explain to you guys. John doesn't understand jokes, Tia Dad. I know it's fun, but he doesn't understand them. So he just gets upset. And then you keep asking him for his receipt, and he just gets more and more upset. I saw a little bit of that yesterday. John, I can't protect you from the whole world. You know that, right? You gotta be strong. What's up, everybody? Hey, you, JCD. What's up? Hole and Dan Sock. What's up, brother? The Just One. Who else is here? The lyrics guy, Jack Mojo. No, you're not shadow banned, Jack Mojo. What's up, everybody? Hope everybody's doing good. We're gonna get into the content nuke from H3 towards Destiny, and then we'll play Destiny's response, which I've watched a little bit of it. It's not very good. It's there's a lot of shit that Destiny's talked about and said. Behavior, that you just really can't excuse. There's really no excuse for it. So his whole tactic is just to attack back and call H3 a PDF file and pull up all the cringe shit he's said in the past. So I think we'll start with the H3 video. I hope everybody's doing good. I almost didn't do the stream. I'm sitting here. I scheduled it 30 minutes before, and I'm sitting here watching like nobody gathering in the chat. I don't know if it's a glitch with YouTube or what. But it's weird, because usually it gets like 10 to 20 people waiting as it gets closer to the show going. And this time I'm looking, it's like 3 people a minute from the show. And I'm like, Jesus, should I even do this? I thought people cared about this topic. I think it's pretty funny. Everybody's fucking talking about it. But sometimes it's like, is it even worth it? Should I just not do a show tonight and come up with another topic tomorrow? Does nobody fucking care? Does nobody fucking care? Anyway, let's pull this up. Let's get some nice mood music. Here we go. Yeah, let's have some good music for this. The war of the alleged PDF files. Probably a little less alleged with Destiny than H3. But yeah, it started with this. The Hassan H3 Destiny wars. Like everybody's just attacking each other, and everybody's calling each other a PDF file. With Destiny, I understand it though. I understand it. I mean, we played the Willie Mack video where he literally admitted to having adult material of somebody under 18. Now that's a no-no. That's a no-no, boys. You can't do that. Let's get it started. Here's H3 looking very Ozempic'd out. Now, I'm not saying he used Ozempic, but he definitely looks like he's on the Ozempic, to be honest. Like, it's crazy how much weight he's lost. But I don't know, maybe he's just eating right and working out. I doubt it. Let's get into it. Let's see. This is gonna be fun. If you've never seen all the shit that thank you, Spocko. All the accusations towards Destiny, we're gonna go over them again.
Love you, Ping.
I love you too, Spocko. Thank you, brother, for the super chats. I appreciate you, Spocko. I see you super chat a lot. Thank you for the support. Smash the thumbs up, guys. I don't even know where we're at with the thumbs up. And yeah, send super chats if you want to react and support the show, or you can become a member. You can join Patreon or become a member on YouTube. It's in the description. Let's get into this PDF war. Let's go.
Welcome back, guys, to another video VOD on demand. Today, I'm going to be addressing, once again, the allegations leveled against Destiny. Since we put out our last video, there's been a lot of chatter about things that we may have got wrong. So I'd like to clarify what I got wrong and also to clarify what I got right. So I do want to start, though, by setting the expectations and just kind of giving some context to who this guy Destiny is. I think a lot of people haven't seen this. And I feel this context is important when understanding this story. So if you'll indulge me here, I'm going to pull up some clips from this Ryan Beard video on him that was recently made. And I think these clips are more relevant now than ever before. So let's take a look at them. Section here of harming women. I'm going to show you guys a few.
Around the end of 2011,
Okay. I remember this. Is this a recent video? Because I remember this video being pretty fucking old. I'm pretty sure I've covered this video.
Destiny sexually assaulted a woman on his live stream.
But here's a good chance. If you haven't dug deep into all of the weird shit that Destiny's been up to, this is gonna cover it all. And then we're gonna get Destiny's reaction. He's gonna respond to this video.
I'm not using the word allegedly here because we have video of him doing it, and he has openly admitted that it was sexual assault.
I would say that in my streaming career in the past, like totally publicly, like I completely and totally like assaulted a girl on stream before for like fucking 5 minutes or whatever. I got super fucking drunk and was like grabbing her fucking breast the entire time.
Later, Destiny has attempted to downplay his actions here by tweeting, "I was drunk off my ass literally for the first time in my life." And he said that at the time he didn't understand how bad it was, but now looking back years later, he understands that it was reprehensible behavior.
This video's too old for Destiny. I mean, this is typical Destiny behavior right off the bat. Like, does something really shady, really disgusting, and then he's like bragging about it like it's a fucking, a thing he's proud of. What it sounds like to me, it sounds like he's like kind of bragging to his chat about how badass he is because he got drunk and groped up a chick.
It's like that one guy.
You know what they say? Like, alcohol brings out the real you. So, if you've ever sucked a dick because you got drunk, well, you're probably gay.
Mango, who got like totally canceled for
By the way, never sucked a dick, even when I was drunk. Okay? Never even tried. All right? That's how straight I am.
But way worse. Mango wasn't actually groping people. And also I like this there's this pretense that like, as long as you're radically honest about what you did, it's okay. It's like,
it's called based.
Did you just say you were groping a woman on stream for 5 minutes? But anyway, that's far from the worst thing I'm about to show you. Here's the next one where he admits to sharing photos of a 15-year-old who sent him bikini shots with his homies and how he couldn't barely resist the urge of wanting to have sex with her.
In 2012, when Destiny was 23, he shared in a group chat with a couple of his friends the messages, "You want to see the sickest shit in the world? So many fangirls. I had one that was 15. She wanted to meet and hook up. Dude, she's 15, what the fuck? But she sent me pictures that made it so hard to say no." Then Destiny linked a picture of this girl in a bikini in the chat and said, "Girl on the left, so hard to say no. Gonna get arrested one of these MLGs, man." So in these
dude, we got a 30-minute video to react to and then like almost an hour video to react to. So I'll try not to pause too much. But spoiler alert, how the fuck is Destiny going to defend any of this shit? He's just going to distract, project onto other people, play the victim. I haven't saw a little bit of Destiny's response, but I'm saving most of it for this show. So, man, I still think he should be locked up. I don't know why he's not locked up. He needs to be on a list.
logs when Destiny
we got to keep the children safe from Destiny, okay?
Was 23, he said that it was really hard to turn down hooking up with this 15-year-old because she looked so good in this picture of her in a bikini. He then shared this lewd image of a child with his friends and said that he's gonna get arrested someday.
Imagine receiving a
That's true.
bikini pic from a 15-year-old in your DMs, a fan of yours, and being like, she's so fucking hot, I need to share this with the boys.
Chat log. I was talking with a bunch of other esports guys, and we were basically talking about how crazy the fucking jailbait is in the gaming communities. It's ridiculous. I think I said something along the lines of like, there are 15-year-old chicks that are like hot as fuck that will like try to send you pictures to like fuck you at events and shit, and it's like you have to be really careful when you navigate that.
So what is the admitting to jerking off to 15-year-olds then? What is that in relation to?
I never admitted to jerking off. I think I just said like this. I think the log is something like this 15-year-old chick was trying to send me, or was sending me pictures of herself, and she was hot as fuck. It's like really hard to like turn down some of these people. I think.
Wait, how old was she?
Yeah, that makes it better. Dude. Yeah, this foreshadowing. I mean, he knows. He knows he should be locked up. He's put out a lot of hints out there. Like, oh, this is going to get me in trouble. I should be locked. Yeah, because you know you're a dirty coom gremlin, dude. The worst kind of coom gremlin there is. The head coom gremlin of all fucking coom gremlins.
She said she was 15.
So you did get pictures from a 15-year-old?
Not nudes though. Sorry, I should specify. I think a couple pics of her like at the beach or some shit. But
in swimwear?
Yeah.
So you're getting swimwear pics from 15-year-olds?
Yeah, that makes it better, right?
Yeah, hell yeah,
that
dude.
Makes
This
it
shit
better.
is fucking crazy. Shit is fuck.
That's crazy. That's crazy. I'm sorry, guys. Anyone who's defending this man needs to know that, okay? But again, that's not it. That's not all, folks. Here's another one. When he was 26.
A couple years later in 2015, when Destiny was 26, he shared in his chat, I would fuck the shit out of that 15-year-old. What the fuck? There's no way that chick is 15. So now we've seen two separate occasions.
Guys, this is not normal. You just don't type that kind of stuff. Unless you're like Jared.
Bro, I'm laughing because like how bad does it get? How bad does it get? Dude, there's no way Destiny's beating any of these allegations.
Fogle in a
There's
chat
no
with
way.
his homies, you know? Like he's speaking openly with the dogs who are like, yeah, I know exactly what you mean. You would never say, this is not normal. And like he keeps getting older and older, but the girls stay the same age. But again,
Yeah, Matthew
that's not
McConaughey.
all, folks.
Pedophile. But the colloquial definition of pedophile is someone who is attracted to children, and Destiny is at least somewhat attracted to children.
Yeah, from his own words. Exactly, dude. Look, I wish you weren't so creepy looking because your message would definitely land a lot better if you like. Maybe who combs their hair like that, dude? Like let your hair bounce and fucking have some fullness, bro. What are you doing? Like you're like combing it with every bit of strength to get it as flat as possible. Come on, bro. Come on, your message would land so much better if you didn't look like a fucking bit of PDF file yourself. This dude looks like a PDF file, fucking serial killing crazy son of a bitch. But I'm sure he's a good dude. You know, just get a new haircut, bro. That hairstyle is just, I don't know what you're going for there.
There are some 15, 16-year-old chicks that like look pretty fucking hot. Like I can't help that. Like some people mature fucking older.
Destiny defended another streamer who got exposed for having sex with a 14-year-old by saying, even if he did bang a 14-year-old, no, that's not what pedophile means. Go look it up. Seriously, if you don't understand the difference between being attracted to someone that happens to be young and being attracted to someone because they are young, you have absolutely no business whatsoever commenting on the issue, period. It makes you look uneducated.
He's like, it is so outrageous, sir, that you would call someone sleeping with a 14-year-old pedophilia. How dare you, sir? Even if you want to play this game where it's like, actually, I want to fuck 16 and 17-year-olds. There's 14 is pushing it. 14. What?
I think it's a little more than pushing it, bro. A little more than pushing it. And age is a big factor in this. Like if we're talking about like a couple years age different, like this is even a little sus, but it's not as bad. Like say 19 and 17, 20 and 17. Like, okay, you can make excuses for that and be like, yeah, they're both kids, yada, yada, yada. But when you're in your mid 30s and you're talking about how, I mean, maybe some of these he was in his, I mean, I don't think he was very young in any of these. Maybe he was like late 20s or something. But mid 30s, like what we've seen lately with the 17-year-old, like, dude, there's at that point, it's fucking disgusting. And
What are we
should be locked up.
talking about? This man was like, yeah, you can fuck a 14-year-old. That's not the same thing. Guys, are we all hearing the same thing?
It's 14.
This dude has made it like his personal crusade to normalize fucking children. Like, how many times are you going to go on the record protecting it? He goes, 17 is cool. 15 is cool. 14 is not pedophilia, guys. Is 13 pedophilia? Is 12? where does it stop? I'd like to know his opinion on that. You know, it's a lot of people, kids start hitting puberty at 12. Some girls start hitting puberty earlier than that. Is 10? Some girls hit puberty by 10. Is that not pedophilia? Stephen Bennell II. By the way, a second is just junior, okay? You don't get to play the Royal Guard game with just being the second. In fact, that's just junior, which ironically is what you call all the girls you date.
It really does seem like Destiny really believes, from everything I've heard him talk about. Like, if it was up to Destiny, he probably would lower the legal age to like 15. I imagine he would. I mean, Destiny, just move to fucking the UK, dude. Move to Britain so you can be with a bunch of fucking creeps. And you can legally creep on fucking children, okay? Move to the UK. You'll like it there. They don't like free speech. I don't know. Maybe Destiny likes free speech, but I don't know. But yeah, move to the UK. Look, if you're a creepy creep like that, just move to the UK. Or to some country where like everybody's a creep and you'll be accepted. Be unstoppable with the membership. Welcome, Jazz Feline. Interesting name, Jazz. Welcome to the team. Thank you, Be Unstoppable, for the gifted membership, dude.
Come on over here, Junior. Come sit in Daddy's lap. Yeah, but guess what, guys? There's more.
Incident is when him and his friends, the Bro Squad, watched an 8-year-old boy shake his penis for them on a live stream.
This is one of the worst ones.
I shouldn't tell this because I'm gonna get fucking arrested.
Another foreshadowing event here. Keep saying it, Destiny. It's gonna come true, bro.
Or Child Protective Services.
By the way, how many times has he said that? Once is enough. Has he said this like 3 times? He's like, I shouldn't tell you guys this because I'm going to get arrested for child porn. 3? How many times are we going to tell that joke?
I used to be part of this horrible thing called the Bro Squad, okay? Fucking me, if you remember that fucking Cheeks bitch, and fucking a couple other people that have never been on my stream before, we're part of the Bro Squad. And what we would do is we would go around Justin TV streams, trolling the shit out of these people. And we went around from fucking channel to channel, like fucking around. Like, it was just horrible shit. We went to this channel with this fucking, like, this kid was like 8 years old. And he was fucking broing out with everybody in this chat. And for whatever fucking reason, this kid decides to fucking take his pants off and fucking wiggle his 8-year-old dick on stream.
Okay, somebody saying, you know, I know the definitions of pedo and all this. I mean, whatever. This is an 8-year-old boy. I think this would align with the proper definition of pedophile, pedophile. I think in this case. Bro, this is just a funny joke. Just a funny joke, dude. Why is he not in jail?
I can't even believe it. Oh my fucking god. It was like, I didn't even know, like, we were on Skype, we were like, holy shit. Like, we had to do like a double take because we didn't even fucking know, like, what the fuck was on. Like, we were looking at like an 8-year-old dick, like, on the fucking screen. And his fucking brother, we called him Captain Push-Ups, would like come in the room.
Dude, there's only one response to that. Like, say it's an accident, you get into an Omegle room and there's a child, that's an immediate call to 911. And you try to help 911 to figure out who this child is to get them some help, because who knows what crazy fucking situation they're in where they're doing some shit like, dude. And it doesn't sound like this was just an accidental, oh, I just joined a chat and there was a child. From the story, it sounds worse than that.
And this guy was like fucking 14 years old. He had his shirt off and he was like this, like watching this stream the entire time and shit. Oh my god.
What's interesting is he makes it seem like this kid just happened to take his dick out. But they clearly spent a lot of time there because they like had a nickname for the brother who was there watching the whole time. Like, this was a intimate setting in which there was a lot of time spent. Here's another one, guys, in case you haven't seen enough. This one comes to you courtesy of the Pope, Nicholas Diorio, or whatever it is they do.
God bless.
God bless. Nicholas bless.
Years old. That's an adult. That's an adult dog. No. No. You, okay? I'm 29. A 19-year-old might as well be a 15-year-old to me. It's
okay. That's the worst. That's the worst. Yeah, that's the worst clip. That's the worst clip.
Okay, I'm 29. A 19-year-old might as well be a 15-year-old to me. It's all the fucking same, dude. Don't give me this fucking just because.
That's such an interesting
This
self-report.
is exactly what we're saying.
Because it's all the same, bro. 15, 13, 14, 15. It's all the same, bro. I'm 29. Huh? And also, on the other hand, it also is a self-report because it suggests he knows exactly what he's doing.
Yeah.
Of some legal age of consent, whatever bullshit.
Just because of some legal age of consent bullshit? Huh? That's the
Yeah, he does not like the age of consent laws. He doesn't like them at all.
age of
You can
consent.
tell.
I think we all agree that's a good thing. Everyone but Destiny thinks that's good. We should have a minimum age so that adults can't have sex with children. That is bullshit. That is just an imagined line in the sand that I will not conform to. Okay? He's constantly blurring the line and trying to normalize the act of adults sleeping with minors, right? Continually. This is the theme that we keep seeing. It's like, this is okay. This isn't that bad. This 15-year-old's hot. I want to fuck this 15-year-old, but I won't, et cetera, et cetera. This is a pattern. Long pattern.
I have about as much in common with like an 18-year-old, 19-year-old fucking freshman in school as I would a fucking sophomore in high school. Any type of inclination towards.
He's like freshman in college, sophomore in high school. It's all good, baby.
Dude, the reality is there's a big difference between 15 and 19. Okay? Like every year is a big difference when you're talking about somebody that young. Like the maturity level every year is just like I mean, maybe if he's trying to say, like, I'm so old that even somebody 19 would be a child to me. Okay, I understand that because I kind of agree with that. Like, 19, 20, 21, I'd feel weird at my age hooking up with somebody that age. But yeah, I don't know. This is... it's going to get worse. It's just going to get worse.
Send me those bikini pics in the DMs.
Those people is really fucking weird, okay? Now, I know if you're 20 years old, it might bother you to hear that. Like, no, I'm 19. I'm a real adult, okay?
And then there's one more clip I want to show.
They're definitely more of an adult than a 15-year-old retard.
Show you guys.
I mean, legally.
Of when we were talking about Vosh and the lolly horse controversy, when he accidentally opened a folder and he had lolly and horse porn on his computer, and everybody was clowning on him, except one person. There was one person that came to his defense. Who was it? Destiny. Whoa. Why? Well, this take was so bizarre. I remember at the time being absolutely struck by it, and I pulled this straight from my memory because it was just so shocking to me. But here's his take on a lolicon, which is the pornographic hentai drawings involving children.
Did you see the lolly discussion on?
I think I don't know what I mean, the legal. I mean, obviously it's legal, I think, to do that, but I don't know if it should, to be honest. I don't know if it should. The idea of drawing pictures of, I mean, basically creating PDF file material, but it's art that you draw, and then now it's okay because you draw it. It's like, I think all those people should be locked up. If you're looking at art of children doing unspeakable things, and you don't think that's a problem, you probably should go to jail. You should at least be on a list because we got to protect the children. And you're somebody that we need to protect the children from, 100%, if you're into that kind of shit. So I'm sorry. I'm sorry if you're into that kind of shit. Stay away from my kids. Thank God I don't have any. There's a reason, it's probably a good idea not to have kids when you got these type of people running around these days. Oh, man.
On Reddit?
What disgusting.
You know, if Vosh was a better person and not just a
shit.
piece of shit, I'd be in the trenches. Because you know what? Who the fuck cares about lolly? Who cares about drawn? Imagine your life is so boring that you give a fuck about animated cartoon girls.
Imagine your life
underage when you're drawing fucking children. Dude, of course. I'm suspicious of anybody that's trying to be like, oh, it's okay, it's just art. Like, no, honestly, you should be locked up.
so boring that you care about sexualizing children. Imagine being so bored in your life that you actually care if grown-ups want to fuck minors. Bro, what? I don't know. I don't know if it's that minor of a detail.
Like, how old is the girl? I don't know. How old is the fucking drawing? It's a goddamn picture. Who the fuck cares? Grow the fuck up, okay? People in Ethan's subreddit are like calling the FBI on fucking Vouch. He's looking at cartoons that I don't like. I think that, like, bro.
That's not the criticism. It's not that they don't like it. It might have a fine plot. And the plot might be a banger. I don't know. The problem, of course, is that it's depicting children being fucked by adults. That's just, that's a detail that's important to emphasize.
Okay, call me when this guy's fucked his way through some fucking preschoolers, okay? Until then, get out of here. Who cares?
And then he sets this bar. He goes, I only care until you're fucking preschoolers, which is 3-year-olds, bro. 3-year-olds. Kindergarten, good to go, baby. First, second, third, fifth grade, basically an adult. And honestly, this is just a few of many, many, many clips of him sexualizing children and just being a total deviant, right? So with that important backstory, now let's go to the parts that I got wrong, that I'm going to issue a heartfelt apology for. And this goes out a sincere apology to Destiny for absolutely getting this wrong. Now, here's what happened. This conversation here where he says, Teehee, send me the feet pics. This is from a different girl. It's from Instagram. He never spoke to Rose on Instagram, which he points out correctly, as far as we know. So this was with another girl he claims was 26. Okay, fine. I'll take your word for it. And then this one also, he claims was with the same girl. And this is the one that says, she said, my parents are like super, super strict. Don't do this. Don't do that. Don't go there. Don't talk to him. And he said, well, fuck. It would be so hot to drive you home from a date and make you suck me off in the car. I'd love to send you inside your parents after making you swallow a full load from me. So,
bro, that is so dude. If you're talking to a chick and mention of her parents being strict comes up, that's probably a good sign that you're with a child.
$2 beta males.
Yeah, I mean, we're going to get into the H3 stuff. I don't think it's near as bad as Destiny. It is sus. I get a little sussed out when people are just like, I mean, we'll get into it. That's going to follow up this. There's accusations back at H3 as well, Ethan Klein. But his are not as bad as Destiny's, dude. His is like, I was trying to be an edgy boy, 20 years ago or whatever. It's still fucking sus. And it's just weird how many people have this history of making these like kind of disgusting PDF jokes. But in H3H's case, they do look more like just edgy jokes for attention. But we'll get more into that too.
Apologies. That was not to Rose. This was to some other lucky lady. But this one, however, is from Rose, and it is.
Bro, I don't care if the woman's 25. If she's fucking telling me my parents are really strict and my parents this and that, I was like, okay. Yeah, it was nice talking to you. Goodbye. Like, you're not an adult if you're sitting there worried about what your parents think about what you're doing. At that point, you're still a child mentally.
Pretty fucking weird. This is from 22. She says, I'm probably getting my braces off in a couple weeks. What image?
And this is Rose, by the way, the one that's, allegedly been confirmed to have been 17 when all this was going on. So
is that in your mind, right? And he says, "Aw, exciting! Are you looking forward to it?" He's talking to her like she's a child. But okay, there's nothing sexually explicit here, right? So fair enough. So I am making a sincere apology for getting this wrong. Now, while 2 of the screenshots were not attributed to Rose, my mistake, I still don't know why. And I feel like Destiny and his friends like Abba, who are making videos defending him, are avoiding this fact that he told Willie Mack 3 times that he had child pornography on his hard drive. Let me refresh your memory.
While sending me a screenshot of the alleged CP. So I asked to confirm if he just did that. If you were sending me this, I'm guessing you still have that video. Destiny replies, depends on why you're asking. But yes, I created copies of all.
So here right above, he's acknowledging, he says, yeah, that's absolutely insane to think about him doing all this if she was 17. He thinks it's funny. So he knows she's might have been 17. He's saying it right here. And then Willie Mack being extra careful to make sure that he's not misquoting Destiny says, just to confirm, you're saying you still have this video of a 17-year-old engaged in sexual activity on your hard drive. And he says, And I will tell you directly. Yes! He says Y-E-S. When somebody asks you, do you have child pornography on your computer? You always say no. That's a hard and fast rule. And hopefully it's true, right? And again,
this is why Destiny's case is so much worse than what they're trying to get H3 for. I mean, H3, it's just a bunch of jokes. He started a troll account to get attention for his channel. Here's Destiny admitting he's actually got explicit material of somebody under 18 on his computer. It's not the same thing.
Equally creepy. He says, so you have that video? And Destiny responds, depends on why you're asking. Because once again, he's implying that under the right circumstance, he would send this video to Willie Mack.
I think you're stretching a little bit there. It's a little bit of a stretch, but I can see how that could be a possible interpretation of that reply. It's like, oh, it depends why you're asking. Are you want to goon? Are we going to goon? I get that, but it's a little bit of a stretch, I think. Just a little bit. I mean, you got to sometimes, even if people are the worst people in the world, you got to give them the benefit of the doubt.
That's what that means. I don't see any other way to see that. What does that mean? Depends on why you're asking. Are you trying to tell the police? Or are you trying to get off? If you're trying to get off, I'll send it to you. If you're talking about reporting me to the police, then I'm not going to send it to you, but actually I will anyway, because I'm apparently the dumbest person alive. So Destiny and ABBA and all these people defending him are avoiding this critical moment in which, when pressed 3 different times, he has confirmed, yes, I have child pornography on my computer. But to continue on.
Our messages and everything when that court case started. Just to be clear, he's admitting to having alleged CP downloaded on his computer. He literally has the video open as I'm talking to him. I go, bruh, there's been allegations at least since my last video that she was underage, and you still have potential CP of her?
So, and again, that's an important detail Willie's saying, is that people knew that there was a chance. We all done known that she might have been underage this whole time. And you still kept it?
I have an obligation to preserve relevant evidence, etc. So I created backups of all of the important / relevant conversations. He continues.
So this is another one of his big defense points that I want people to pay attention to. He's saying, my lawyer told me to keep this potential child pornography for evidence, which is completely not true. And by the way, why wouldn't he lie about it? He's being confronted for having child pornography. At this point, why wouldn't he lie? The fact
every lawyer I've seen talk about that says that there's no way that's the case. There's no way a lawyer would tell you to hold on to potential pornographic material of a child, of an underage person. There's just no way. There's no fucking way. But Destiny keeps doubling down on that.
The fact that people are actually believing him on that is totally insane. The lawyer will not tell you to keep potential child pornography on your hard drive. Period. Having it is the crime. There is no situation where a private citizen can have videos of minors in sexual positions on legally. There's no such thing as holding it for evidence. And by the way, if you were so, concerned about her safety, you should have reported it to the police 6 months ago when her boyfriend told you about it. Right? Continuing on.
I don't think I'm allowed to delete it, LOL. I don't know if it counts as hiding / destroying.
What's funny about that? I don't know if it counts as hiding, destroying evidence. Well, why don't you ask your lawyer, who he's apparently talked to? So he says, I've talked to my lawyer. They told me to keep potential child pornography. But at the same time, I don't know if it counts as hiding or destroying evidence. You didn't discuss that with your lawyer.
Everything I've heard from lawyers is like, you're just not allowed to have it whatsoever. The only proper response, if something like that happens, like say for some reason you're in a situation where somebody's trying to get you in trouble and they text you some shit like that, or they email you some shit like that, you have a responsibility to like immediately delete it and report it. And like, you can't just hold on to it. There's no circumstance where you're allowed to have that material. From every lawyer I've heard talk about this.
Because if you did, that would be the heart of the conversation you would be having. So it sounds to me that you didn't talk to your lawyer, which is obvious to anyone with a brain, because the lawyer would have said, we need to send this to the judge. We need to send this to the police. We need to get this off your hard drive. We need to notify everybody because you are doing a crime right now, sir. And by the way, I'm sure your lawyer really appreciates you saying that they told you to keep potential child porn. I think that that's awesome, and they're going to totally love being implicated in this crime. And by the way, of all the tiny, minute things that you can break client confidentiality with as an attorney, child pornography, having it, is one of them. Now, when Destiny says his lawyer told him to keep all the evidence relating to the case, the lawyer absolutely and obviously told him that. That's spoliation. That's standard stuff. But what I doubt, I would put money on, that he never told his lawyer that in that body of evidence was potentially a child having sex or doing sexual acts. It was apparently her having sex with men. But child pornography, right? Potentially. There's no...
I mean, that does make a little bit of sense. So when his lawyer's like, make sure you back up all the communications with Rose because of the lawsuits or whatever else is going on, he's probably like, yeah, okay, I'll back it up. And never really told the lawyer, like, hey, some of them are actual underage nude stuff. And now he's like, oh, the lawyer told me to keep it. Well, the lawyer probably doesn't know the extent of what you have. I mean, that makes sense. That could be an explanation. But then that's just Destiny being shady.
No lawyer in the fucking country, and I've worked with a lot of them, that would risk their freedom, their reputation, their license by not fucking handling that correctly.
I'm allowed to delete it, LOL. I don't know if it counts as hiding/destroying evidence. And I reply, talk to a lawyer. That seems crazy to me. Who keeps this sort of stuff on their computer without 100% knowing if they're supposed to or not? Isn't that something you want to confirm? I continued, you just let me know you have CP videos saved to your computer. You knew it was alleged that she was underage. You still have them. So
now Willie, being extraordinarily fair, once again clarifies for the third time. And he says it explicitly, just to confirm. You told me you have child pornography, CP, saved on your computer. You knew it was alleged she was underage, and you still have them. Don't you see how this is fucked up? He cannot be more clear in the accusation. Now, if you didn't do any of this, what would your response be to this? It's like, bro, what the fuck? I don't have child porn. What are you talking about? That's insane, right? What? That's crazy. Let's see what he says.
The last message he sent me was, 1, I don't even know 100% of her age was legitimately less than 18 when these were
That doesn't matter. The fact that you're not 100% sure is the problem.
Mm-hmm.
And you have it guys, he's got it. We know he's got it. He said he's got it.
Taken. So basically, he's not 100% sure if he has child porn on his computer. He's just 99% sure. Got it. 2, I'm pretty sure I have an obligation to preserve stuff related to my court case. I've talked about it with...
That part's true, generally speaking.
...with my lawyer already, specifically with regards to the Rose stuff.
That's a lie, in my humble, godlike opinion. No, it has to be. Or sue me. God, sue me for defamation. He's lying. He never fucking told his attorney he might have child porn on his hard drive. That never happened. And if I'm wrong... God, strike me down with lightning bolts and make Destiny sue me and take me for all I'm worth.
Dude, what's up with all these terrible fucking tattoos everybody's getting lately? I'm seeing it, man. Everywhere I look, people, it's like the tattoos aren't even artful. It's like just scribbling. It's literally like somebody's got like a fucking child and gave him a black marker and it was like, scribble all over me. Dude, it's time for tattoos to go out of style and stop being trendy. It's been long enough with this fucking tattoo bullshit. I'm sick of it.
This man never...
I don't want to be mean to Davey. You know, I love Davey. He's a good friend of mine. But every time I see him on Instagram, it's like, dude, did you get more fucking tattoos? What's going on here, dude? At least if you're going to get a bunch of fucking tattoos, like have a plan, like an artistic idea of how you want it to be. It's like they're just going out like, okay, scribble this here, scribble that here, just scribble, scribble, scribble. Especially on women. I can put up with it with dudes. I don't really care. But on women, it fucking pisses me off.
Never told his attorney that.
So he went from, I don't know if I could delete this, to my lawyer says it's totally fine to keep. I don't know the law, but the idea that his lawyer would tell him to hold on to CP for a civil case just doesn't seem likely to me. LawTube can figure that out. 3, if someone were to come up...
He says LawTube can figure that out. And funnily enough, Legal Mindset did put out a video on it that I watched, and his conclusion was Destiny is fucked. Basically, if he says if this girl was a minor, which pretty...
Sir, my legal opinion is you are fucked.
Pretty much is confirmed by now, according to Willie Mack. he's fucked.
Something to turn over to the authorities. If hypothetically, whenever a political creator is about to give a hypothetical, you know you're about to hear some weird shit. If hypothetically her boyfriend or whatever was actually trafficking her or getting her to fuck other dudes on video for him, and if there was ever some kind of investigation.
Would you have sex with a child if it would stop a nuclear bomb from exploding in New York? Would you?
Bro, once you get material like that and there's any question, like, you gotta immediately just go to the police. Like what Willie Mack did. Willie Mack had some shit sent to him from Destiny. He immediately went to the police and was like, this is what just happened. Like, why wouldn't you go to the police if there was a possibility that that was going on? I'm just going to hold on to all this, explicit material of an underage girl until maybe there's a court case. Yeah, dude. Sounds very convenient, bro.
Would you, Dan? Exactly. The clock is ticking. You fuck this kid or the whole city blows up. Come on. Oh, so you let everyone die. I see. You'd rather murder millions of people than fuck a child. Destiny's like, I would do the right thing and fuck the shit out of that child to save New York City. That's the craziest version of 24 ever. I also want to clarify that the crew is catching a lot of shit for apparently brainwashing me, manipulating me to talk about this. And this, I just want to clarify, is my passion project. This I brought to them after I saw the Willie Mack video. And I've always been passionate throughout my whole career about these influencers who are taking advantage of their fans for sexual gratification specifically.
I agree.
It keeps happening. It's this insane pattern. It disgusts me. And I would be a total hypocrite to see this and not call it out. Now, here's what happened. Because I got the screenshots wrong, and admittedly, that was my mistake. They've hyper-focused in on being like, dude, those screenshots weren't even with Rose. This whole thing is a farce. No.
I don't know, like people for the longest time, musicians would do this shit. It's like a lot of your favorite musicians have probably fucked a bunch of teenagers. Because especially if you go back into the 70s, the 80s, like they would just bring any fucking young chick backstage, do their thing, and then fucking they'd leave. We got to do away with this shit, dude. We got to be more civilized, man. And just because you're a celebrity doesn't give you the right to fucking be a terrible piece of shit, a fucking degenerate. But yeah, celebrities for the longest time could get away with being the worst fucking degenerates you've ever seen. And now these YouTubers are like, oh, I want to be like that. I want to be like my favorite metal band from the 80s and fuck a bunch of 16-year-olds and not shower for a month. You're not a rock star, bro. Okay? You're just a fucking YouTuber. And you're probably going to end up in jail.
No. I will tell you exactly what happened. Okay? So this girl, Rose, she was selling nudes on Twitter when Steven approached her. At the time, he did not know she was 17. That is correct. He thought, she told him that she was 19 at the time, and that's what he thought. Has anyone asked Destiny why Rose was selling nudes on Twitter? Right? I've never even heard of that. Why wouldn't she be selling nudes on OnlyFans? Is it because OnlyFans makes you verify that you're at least 18 to sign up and Twitter doesn't? Right? Selling nudes on Twitter is already a red flag. It's extremely weird. Why aren't you doing it on OnlyFans? The marketplace for this, where everybody is. When these influencers are chatting up their young fans, there's it's almost a certainty that people are going to lie to you about their age.
Yeah.
And like, if you actually want to engage with them in this extremely risky, borderline activity, you need to make goddamn sure they're of age. And honestly, over the internet, I don't even know if that's possible, which is why you just shouldn't do it, right? Like, you can look at someone and be like, that person's very young, like maybe 22 at oldest, and you say, you know what? I'm not going to fucking engage with this because I'm 33 years old and I don't want to receive nudes from minors.
The age is such a big part of it, dude. It's one thing.
A
lot of people are trying to defend it like, oh, they're overage. Now, dude, if you're in your mid-30s, you have no business with somebody fucking in their teens, 18, 19. And it's just weird. Like, I don't know. You really should stick, I'd say, to like, once you're in your mid-30s, like 25 is probably the age. And then after that, like at any age, I don't give a fuck. If you're 50 dating a 25-year-old, you're 60 dating a 25, yeah, it's creepy, it's weird, whatever. But when you're in your mid-30s, like, you can't be fucking dating the same chicks you dated in your early 20s. It's just creepy.
But anyway, so far, not to muddy the waters, he hasn't done anything wrong, right? Okay. Then, this is when the mistakes begin. In November of 2024, her boyfriend reaches out to Steven. And we have the DM because her boyfriend posted it. So here's her boyfriend sending him a message. It says, anyway, she was underage while sending you the vast majority of that stuff. And from what I've heard from her, you are pretty negligent about confirming her age. Even asking for ID at one point on Twitter and then saying it was okay, just a joke. And he responded by saying, that's pretty weird considering that she told me she was of age and was selling not safe for work material to people, but okay. So what we have here is a confirmation from Steven in November of last year that there was at least a possibility that this girl was a minor, that he has images of a minor. What happened around this time was that, including her messages with Destiny. Now, people theorized at the time that she might be a minor, but they didn't know for sure, which is why these, psychos online hyper-focused in on this, because they're like, I think these are a minor, and I want to try to prove it so we can nail Destiny. So it wasn't even like the boyfriend told him. There was already this idea that she might have been a minor.
Cannabis Review. Every time I see you commenting, you're unhappy with what I'm talking about. Cannabis, I wish I could find what you want me to talk about. Go into my Discord and tell me what you want me to talk about, because I can't fucking predict what everybody wants, bro.
Minor, which was the whole reason.
And I know you don't mean to be mean, but it gets annoying when every time I see you talk, it's like, I don't like this, I'm leaving. What the fuck you want me to talk about, dude?
For this,
I don't know how to make you specifically happy every time.
Maybe a minor, and he kept the footage.
But I appreciate
so from
you, bro.
this moment, at the end of last year, he's potentially mishandling child pornography. He at no point turned it into the police, right? He kept it in his spank bank, right? And by the way, one of his constant defenses is, you guys are using this revenge porn of me, and that's so disgusting, and how dare you? You know what's funny about that is the whole reason these guys on Kiwi farms were able to identify her is because Steven gave them the information. He's the one that caused this whole thing. He said she went to blank college. Okay? And then he shows a picture. If they want more to go on, it's funny because they think I'm hiding stuff about Rose since she's underage. So he already says that these Kiwi farm guys suspect she's underage. So this is already something people are thinking about. The only reason I haven't actually mentioned much about her is because I know it makes those R words dig harder. He continues. Also, one more pick. I'm not in either one. If you
Let's see, because a lot of this we've already. This is what I covered the other day. I mean, it's pretty much for sure that she's 17 at this point. Yeah. So I saw this one the other day. Thomas showed me 100% proof that Rose was underage. I don't really know how to show you guys on Twitter without victimizing Rose's personal information even more. But yeah, at this point, it's pretty much not even in doubt. I'm going to say allegedly. Play it safe.
You see Bill Belichick trademarked Gold Digger?
How do you trademark Gold Digger? How do you do that? How do you try? No, I haven't seen anything about that MAK. I'll look it up.
To rest. According to Willie Mack. So while it's true that when he received these nudes, he thought she was 19, what is not true is that he didn't know the whole time, potentially, because the boyfriend at the end of last year.
Bill Belichick's girlfriend, Jordan Hudson, files for trademark on Gold Digger. I don't think you can trademark that. Can you trademark that? That term's just been around too long.
She's a minor. So he knew there was potentially a chance that he had child pornography. And up until now, when people found out she actually is a minor, he never reported it to the police. Any responsible adult, upon learning that even if there's a possibility that you have child porn, you would send that to the police, right? To hold and frankly, to cover your own ass.
Hey, you, because Cannabis Review has been a regular viewer, and I like them, right? So when I see a regular viewer always complaining, that upsets me. I'm like, what do you want me to do? I'm serious. Like, if there's topics you want me to cover, go onto my Discord and ask, say, hey, look, I'm interested in this topic. Maybe you can cover that. I can't guarantee I'm going to cover it. But yeah, you guys can help me build the show. Go into the Discord or leave comments, whatever. Message me however you can. Tell me this shit. that you like for me to cover.
Legally, you don't want to be stuck with child porn on your hard drive. Like the second you find out, you send that shit to the authorities, because guess what? You're committing a crime. But that all becomes moot anyway, because they've allegedly found out that Rose was a minor at the time, and he did hold child pornography for 6 months, allegedly. And that's why he should have turned it in to the authorities then. So if you want to defend Destiny, do that. But know that this guy knew there was a chance that he had child pornography on his hard drive for all this time. He kept it, knowing that, and did nothing with it. Now, if you think that's cool, and in the context of everything else, of him continually sexualizing and trying to normalize sexual activity with minors, he's been doing this over the span of his entire career. If you think that is fine, and holding on to potential child pornography is fine, then go ahead and defend Destiny. But just
okay, we'll move on. So that was H3. I think him and Destiny used to be pals or friendly, but he just decided to make this video on Destiny. It's like it's time to take down Destiny. And what is Destiny's fanboys doing? They're going back and finding every creepy thing that H3 has ever done or said to try to get back at him, which, I mean, it's going to work for the for the Destiny fanboys. Like, they'll be like, oh, yeah. But you're still not really defending yourself and all the evidence that's out there of you having CP on your computer, allegedly, constantly talking about how hot children are, that shit. It doesn't change that just to come out and like, oh, you're terrible too. But here's one of the old videos they pulled up on H3.
It's like a dirty burger. Anyway, I'm there taking a pee, doing my thing, and here in walks a little girl. I'm concentrating so hard on trying to pee that I don't realize that the door opens from the outside.
They never talked once, Quill Clock. I thought Destiny and H3 had some sort of connection, or their fan bases or something. Maybe they've never done a show together, but I remember reading or hearing somewhere that they used to be friendly. Because, I mean, they're both on the same side of the aisle,
Doesn't go in, so I'm sitting here like spread eagle, room smelling like burnt pickle relish, and this poor little girl sees me like spreading my pubes like Moses. It's like an enlarged clitoris poking out of my pubic. Anyway, this little girl walks in. You can imagine the scene like just spreading and like.
So I think this is before he was famous, or was this like early in his fame? And he's trying really hard to be edgy and funny, and it's just not working. And it's a really creepy story. But in his defense, the story he's telling sounds like a little girl went into the bathroom while he was taking a leak. But, if that happens, normally what you would do is you would whip yourself around so that the little girl doesn't see anything and be like, hey, get the fuck out of here. So it is a little weird, but it seems like he's just failing to actually make an edgy joke and just making himself look like a fucking creep.
Something like this, like here's her spread and holding pickle relish like a jelly bean.
I guarantee you this guy, I guarantee you Ethan was a huge Howard Stern fan. Because it's like he's always trying to copy, like at least in his older days, he's trying to copy that Stern vibe,
Sometimes when I hang out with my friends and everyone's like, oh, what's that smell? It smells like a dirty burger. Oh, what's that smell? It smells like someone didn't put the meat away. But it's sweet. One time someone was like, oh, what's that? Something smells good. One time one of my friends said that. Oh, something smells good. I'm hungry. Anyway, this little girl walks in. It's a tiny bathroom, so you can imagine, like, she's face to face, like, with this genital holocaust.
I mean, the story doesn't even make sense, because there's never a door that you go into a bathroom and then immediately you're right in the face of a cock. Like, usually you'll never see anybody's cock when you walk in the door of a bathroom. unless they're like facing the door and not the stall. So the story doesn't make much sense.
And she screamed. She's like, "Mommy, it doesn't look like Daddy's."
Honestly, I think he's making this all up.
She ran out. She just ran out. And I was looking around the restaurant because I wanted to apologize to her and I wanted to explain that I don't want her to be growing up thinking that this is what she's got to look forward to. Because God knows I can't have vaginal sex. No. So they were gone. They left. And actually a week later that restaurant closed.
I mean, it's a terrible fucking attempt at being funny. And I'm sure he regrets posting this video now. And then they found his old I think it's a Reddit account where he went under the name Pedo Hunter? Pedo Troll. Yeah, and basically he would just post a bunch of fucking edgy pedo shit. And and his claim it was an attempt to like advertise his H3 channel on YouTube, to advertise it to Reddit to get people to watch it. I don't understand that strategy. Maybe I'm out of touch with like early Reddit culture, which I am. I've never been really a Reddit person. But yeah, I mean, seeing an account that's like Pedo Troll, the last thing I'm gonna do is click on that and go, oh, let me find the YouTube channel for this account. This is great. But that's a weird strategy. But apparently he was just being an edgy boy, and he came out and responded. He said, "My friends, I have a terrible confession to make. Yes, it is true. My 15-year-old Reddit account was identified by using a doxing website." He's a victim. He's a victim. That lists a history of all emails and passwords that have been leaked in illegal data breaches. A post last night was made on the Snark subreddit by the person who obtained this information. With Reddit's help, this person was able to disseminate this illegally and maliciously obtained information to a community whose sole purpose is to harass me, my family, and my employees. In doing so, some terrible revelations were made. Yes, my account username, Pedo Troll, made a few bizarre and edgy attempts at being funny. It was common on Reddit 15 years ago to create a thematically named troll account to post silly things from. Yeah, and you just happen to pick pedo as the theme to your troll account. I mean, I know people did a lot of shit like this. This was more common back in the day, and it was like, just how edgy can you be on the internet? Ooh, I'm such an edgy boy. But yeah, I don't understand that, man. Like, it is creepy. It's not a good look. The method was to have Redditors read something crazy, then check the username and realize it was a goof. You can see the evidence on most of the posts made in character. So basically, it's clickbait to make people think you're a pedo. And they're like, oh, maybe I need to report this person to the police. And then they check your profile and somehow you make it clear it's a troll goof. And then they're like, oh, this guy's so great and smart. I'm going to go follow his YouTube channel. I don't think that's a very good strategy. I don't know. Maybe that works. Maybe I don't understand the high level thinking here. You can see the evidence of this on most of the posts made in character. These troll stories included anecdotes that clearly never happened, including a story that references my children who were born 10 years later. Further evidence of this is simply that I was self-promoting my YouTube channel while doing these parody posts. I knew I was personally identifiable the entire time. I was trying to be funny so people would look at my account and discover my YouTube channel. I was not ashamed of it then, and I'm not ashamed of it now. Embarrassed? Yes, on par with the cringing at my old YouTube videos. Yes, there are a few posts of me being a Zionist Jewish supremacist. Oh no. Which includes me mostly arguing with someone calling Israel Nazi Germany. In totality, about 95% of the posts were about StarCraft 2 or self-promoting my YouTube channel. I have nothing to hide and nothing to apologize for. And remember, folks, joking about pedophilia is not the same as having it on your computer. Well, that is a good point at the end there. DMG Shade, welcome to the team. Be Unstoppable with the second gifted membership. Thank you very much, guys. If you're enjoying the show, I'll do this ad again because the likes seem a little low. I'm never happy with anything, guys. Smash the thumbs up. Let's get it going. And thank you for the gifted membership. Welcome, DMG Shade. Be Unstoppable, being unstoppable, like always. So yeah, look, all this is a bad look. It's sus. You know, but it's still not as bad as what Destiny's doing. And like, Dude, we could find out H3H3 is a legit PDF file who has like raped actual kids. And it still won't change the fact of what you did, Destiny. It still won't make you not a fucking
The underscore unstoppable
cum
underscore
gremlin.
for underscore life super chatted $5. Your excuses are like bananas. They come in big bunches. Skin dog.
Yeah, I mean, it's a bad look. There's no doubt about it. But he is right. It's not as bad as what Destiny did. It's not as bad. Doesn't look, I mean, it's still though, like if you're somebody who's going to like go hard on somebody like Destiny and call him a PDF file, maybe you shouldn't have shit like this in your background. You're not going to find me making edgy jokes like this in my background because thank God I never was like, oh, pedophile jokes are so funny. I'm going to make a whole account about pedophile jokes. No, that never occurred to me. Thank God. I got a pretty tame, that's the thing. I wasn't like a crazy internet person. Like I was into gaming, but then I got really tired of social media real quick. Like I remember early Facebook was cool because it's like, oh, I can find my old friends from high school and reconnect with them and get their numbers. But then I was like, that's all I wanted out of Facebook. I didn't want to sit there fucking interact. Like I've always kind of hated social media. Maybe that's what saved me. I don't know. But yeah, not a good look. So now Destiny is going to make an attempt to defend himself. And let's see if he actually has some good responses or defenses for the shit that we just played. Or if he's just going to attack Ethan Klein. Let's see. We'll give it a shot. We'll let him defend himself. Here's the Coom Gremlin himself. Let's get the Coom Gremlin music going here. Got to get some nice Coom Gremlin music here.
Playing most of this video straight down.
Welcome back, guys, to another video VOD on demand. Today I'm going to be addressing, once again, the allegations leveled against Destiny. Since we put out our last video, there's been a lot of chatter about things that we may have got wrong. So I'd like to clarify.
Bro, my MySpace was just me. That was when I was trying to write songs back in the MySpace days. And that's probably the most embarrassing thing you'll ever find about me is the shitty music I made when I was in my early 20s. It was so bad. I didn't have the proper techniques or proper studio. Like I was recording on like basic ass PC mics. It sounded fucking terrible. And yeah. Thank God for AI
what
music.
I got wrong, and also to clarify what I got right. So I do want to start though by setting the expectations and just kind of giving some context to who this guy Destiny is. I think
just as a quick thing, I like that before he gets into the meat of, all of his criminal accusations, we're going to spend like 15 minutes poisoning the well. But okay, sure.
A lot of people haven't seen this. And I feel this context is important when understanding this story. So
also, major props to Ethan. I can tell that he inhaled the fuck up before doing this video, so I wouldn't make fun of his cough. I'm glad I can encourage you to adopt healthier habits.
If you'll indulge me here, I'm going to pull up some...
Don't even know what that means. Is he taking an inhaler for some sort of health issue? Yeah. I should never have said anything.
Super chatted $2. Post the music.
I shouldn't have said anything. I think I still have some of it. I'll try to find the one that's like the least worst, the least of the bad ones. The one I don't sound too bad.
Clips from this Ryan Beard video on him that was recently made. And I think these clips are more relevant now than ever before. So let's take a look at them. Section here of harming women. I'm going to show you guys a few.
Around the end of 2011, Destiny sexually assaulted a woman on his live stream. I'm not using the word allegedly here because we have video of him doing it and he has openly admitted that it was sexual assault.
I would say that in my streaming career in the past, like totally publicly, like I completely and totally like assaulted a girl on stream before for like in 5 minutes or whatever. I got super drunk and was.
How do you defend against that? You're literally saying you sexually assaulted a woman on stream. It's on stream. People can see the stream where it happened, and you definitely were doing. You're drunk and groping her fucking up. How is he going to defend that? Let's see.
Like grabbing her breast the entire time.
Later, Destiny has attempted to downplay his actions here by tweeting, "I was drunk off my ass, literally for the first time in my life." And he said that at the time, he didn't understand how bad it was, but now, looking back years later, he understands that it was reprehensible behavior.
It's like that one guy, Mango, who got like totally canceled for did, but way worse. Mango wasn't actually groping people. And also, I like this.
It's like, first of all, how old was Mango again? Wasn't this like a known problem? But okay.
Okay, what does that have to do with what you did, Destiny? How are you going to defend what you did? That's what I want to hear. I want to hear, I was joking, there's a larger context here, blah, 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 blah.
There's this pretense that, like, as long as you're radically honest about what you did, it's okay. It's like...
It's called based.
Did you just say you were groping a woman on stream for 5 minutes? But anyway, that's not, honestly...
Okay. For the first one, okay, because I know that Ryan likes this clip and a bunch of people like bring this up. One, this incident occurred in 2011, okay? This was 14 years ago.
Yeah. Okay, so it's fine because it was a long time ago. You know, I murdered a man in 2005. It doesn't even matter anymore. Yeah, I murdered 20 people in 2005. But what does it matter? That was 20 years ago. It doesn't matter anymore because 20 years have passed and, doesn't matter. It doesn't fucking matter, dude, if it was 20 years ago. That doesn't matter. That's not an excuse. Okay, let's hear more.
When I was 22 years old, all right? I don't understand how Ethan can say that I'm downplaying my actions when in the video, I literally explicitly say, I feel like this was sexual assault. I said that my feelings on it and how acceptable the behavior is has changed since then. I don't know what I'm supposed to do about that besides...
Oh, okay, so he's just admitting it. Yeah, he committed sexual assault on camera. Well, I don't know what I'm supposed to do. I'd maybe apologize and be like, yeah, that I was drunk and I've worked on my... I don't know how you come back for that. Maybe just don't sexually assault people. Maybe just don't do that, you know?
Is this just a thing that like you want to bring up over and over again for reasons? He can say that like I'm downplaying my actions because I brought up that we were drunk or whatever. I mean, like Mia has said the exact same thing. This was years ago. I chalked it up to being young. Everyone had too much to drink, but I wanted to be around these people to get my name out. I know Destiny's toxic, but I have no issues with them. I do have issues with them spreading the wrong info, like on Swifty. I think I said something about Swifty at this time, 2020. I don't know what was going on. My subreddit literally brought up like the whole excessive drinking thing, Destiny surrounded by drunks, egging him on. It would be nice if Mia Rose would be a bro since she's mostly sober and tells me to sleep, blah, 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 blah. Just to be clear, this is no fault of hers. It just sucks she doesn't have any hour, blah, blah, blah. Okay, right. Crazy drinking stream. I think this is my first time getting into...
Can anybody even follow him? It's like he's talking so fast and like words are blending in together. It's like hard to even...
Intoxicated ever. Not good though, but I mean, I said as much. So I don't understand when people want to bring up like this thing over and over again. Like I've already said, it's not good. I don't stand by it. Like I think it's a bad thing. I'm not sure what I'm supposed to say about that. Like I've said that as much. I communicated with Mia Rose privately. Oh, Jesus, she just tweeted 11 hours ago. I didn't know how this archived. I just want to put it out there that the omni-liberal did apologize to me wholeheartedly. He did wholeheartedly. He was the only person to actually answer my phone call at twitch.com. Not all these other idiots that were clout chasers. People make mistakes. They grow up and learn. And I guess you just tweeted 11 hours ago. Jesus, this again. It was like 15 years ago. I'm over it. Y'all should be too. Yeah, I don't know what else I'm supposed to say about this. Also,
So the chick forgives you. The chick that you got drunk and groped, she forgives you. So I guess it's okay then. I guess it's okay. I mean, there's no, I mean, this is going to be tough for Destiny because there's just no defense for some of these things. There's just no defense.
I also speak hyperbolically a lot, and I know that it's epic and hilarious when you want to be good faith, but then when you're not, you're going to take everything literally. It was not 5 minutes of groping. I'm pretty sure it was like 5 seconds. Not that that makes it good, not that makes it acceptable, but...
So now it was only 5 seconds? Now it's 5 seconds and not 5 minutes? But DMG Shade with the 5 memberships. Thank you, bro. I appreciate it, DMG Shade. It's very generous. Who do we got? We got Kevin D. Bella, Castillo. What's up, Castillo? It's good to see you again. No Gusto. The Jason Unchained. Tactical Dish Soup. Skin Doggy Dog. All right, you're already a member. Yeah, welcome, everybody. Thank you for the DMG for the 5 gifted memberships. Yeah, dude, being very generous. Thank you so much.
But I wasn't literally sitting there hanging on her boobs for 5 minutes, okay, on the stream. But...
Okay, that makes it okay then, because you didn't hang off her boobs for 5 minutes. It's okay, I just quickly groped her. It was a quick groping. It was only 30 seconds of groping, guys. It doesn't count unless you grope for like over a minute, okay? If you only grope for 30 seconds, not a big deal. But once it goes over a minute, that's when you gotta go to jail. This is not a good defense.
So I literally have no idea what else.
Yeah, it's the 5-second rule, John Rafferty. Everybody's allowed 5 seconds to grab whatever they want.
I'm supposed to do about this, or what I'm supposed to say about this, other than a good job, I guess. So pattern 1, okay, 14 years ago, 2011. Okay, first part of the pattern. All right.
That's far from the worst thing I'm about to show you.
Far from the worst. It gets way worse from here, guys.
Here's the next one where he admits to sharing photos of a 15-year-old who sent him bikini shots with his homies and how he couldn't barely resist the urge of wanting to have sex with her.
In 2012, when Destiny was 23, he shared in a group chat with a couple of his friends the messages, "You want to see the sickest in the world? So many fangirls. I had one that was 15. She wanted to meet and hook up. Dude, she's 15. What the f? But she sent me pictures that made it so hard to say no." Then Destiny linked a picture of this girl in a bikini in the chat and said, "Girl on the left, so hard to say no. Gonna get arrested one of these MLGs, man." So in these logs, when Destiny was 23...
I would try to skip over the parts we already watched, but just so we know what he's reacting to. Let's see when he's talking.
Child with
about how crazy
this with the boys.
Chat log. I was talking with a bunch of other esports guys.
See, and not
we were
even
basically talking
defending
about how
himself?
crazy the jailbait is in the gaming communities. It's ridiculous. I think I said something along the lines of like there are 15-year-old chicks that are like hottest that will like try to send you pictures to like you at events and shit.
He's literally going to play all the worst highlights of all the worst shit he said and just let it play and not even defend himself.
It's like you have to be really careful when you navigate that. People.
So what is the admitting jerking off to 15-year-olds then? What is that in relation to?
I never admitted. I think I just said
I never admitted. Dude, you should say I've never masturbated to 15-year-olds. Instead, he says, I never admitted to that. Okay, that sounds like you've actually did it. You're just like, well, I never actually said it out loud. Is that like what we call a Freudian slip? Right? Oh, well, I never admitted to that. How about I never did that? How about that?
like this. I think the log is something like this 15-year-old chick was trying to send me, or was sending me pictures of herself, and she was hot as. It's like really hard to like turn down some of these people. I think.
Wait, how old was she?
She said she was 15.
So you did get pictures from a 15-year-old?
Not nudes though. Sorry, I should specify. I think a couple pics of her like at the beach or something. But
in swimwear.
Yeah.
So you're getting swimwear pics from 15-year-olds?
Yeah, hell yeah, dude.
Hell yeah, dude.
That's crazy. That's crazy. I'm sorry, guys. Anyone who's defending this man needs to know that, okay? But again.
Okay, so again for timeline, this is 2012, okay? 13 years ago when I was 23. I feel like if the goal is to say that I'm a pedophile, it feels kind of weird that I wouldn't the 15-year-old. I'm just saying, if the argument is going to be that I'm a pedophile, wouldn't I be posting saying like, look at this hot 15-year-old jailbait that I hooked up with? Wouldn't that be the statement or whatever?
No, but yeah, you said that a bunch of times. You talked about how hot the 15-year-olds are. And I wouldn't be surprised if, you know, maybe there are some fucking skeletons in that closet that where you maybe did something with somebody underage. But yeah, you've said it a million times, but oh, okay, because you never admitted to fucking a 15-year-old, now it's okay? It's okay?
Whatever. But regardless, back in the day, for anybody that was alive or back there in the crazy gaming times,
I'm gonna need some shmee to get through this one.
MLG events were literally cesspools of crazy fans and creators hooking up, fans and fans hooking up, creators and creators hooking up, people getting raped, people getting drugged, people doing drugs, people raping people. There was just crazy shit. And one of the issues back then as well.
Sounds like he's trying to justify it by, it was crazy back then, guys. You have no idea how many people were getting raped every day. You'd leave your house and there'd be like 3 women getting raped on your way to work. You have no idea, guys. You have no idea.
Okay. Well, because everybody involved in pro gaming was so young. And I think even, actually, that might even be true today. I don't know how young people are today. Like, everybody is literally like 14 to 22 at these events. It's just like all sorts of people that are going here. And one of the things is people would message you, people would DM you. Obviously, if you were a big streamer, if you were a big player, and they would send you pictures. They're like, hey, we should hook up, blah, blah, blah. And at the time, I think there were people who were getting in trouble for hooking up with underage people. Yeah, I messaged my little team or whatever. Obviously, those DMs were pretty crass. But I mean, the whole point is like, hey, like there are going to be people that DM you. They'll send you pictures. They look older than they actually are. Don't minor. Your life is going to be over. Don't do it. if you want to like sit here and virtue signal about how, oh no, like every single person above or below this age, like it's the second they turn 18 or 22, they instantly look attractive or like this. I'm not here for that. If that's what you want to do, then go for it.
Yeah, Destiny, just fucking go all in, dude. Just go all in politically and be like, look, actually, I think we should be allowed to F 15-year-olds. Just go all in, dude. It's very clear that's how you feel. What are you waiting for? Just fucking own it, bro. Own it.
But I mean, yeah. Again, I don't know why I would not the person if I'm a pedophile, or maybe Ethan's argument is going to be that I become a pedophile later on in life, and I wasn't back then. But yeah. Also, these are people who, by the time I learn my age, typically they would message you, send you a pic or whatever. By the time I learn their age, I stop talking to this person, right? It's not like, oh my God.
I mean, after you already got a bunch of nudie photos that you're storing away for your special gooning segments.
I continue to talk to this person after I found out they're 15. It's like they chat you up for a little bit. You're like, wait a second, how old are you? And they're like, oh, I'm 15, 16, 17. It's like, oh, nope, okay, well, they're talking to this person. Yeah, I've never received also like nudes or lewds or any crazy thing like this. Like, I think the thing I said was like a beach picture, somebody on the beach. There's like an Instagram. I don't know if it was Instagram back then.
JJ Burgess says, I wonder if he's a Fed. He acts like he's untouchable. JJ, you have to be, even me, you know, you got to worry about me being a Fed. If I start getting a ton of views, I'm not a Fed. You know, you trust me. Not. But if all of a sudden I'm blowing up and I'm the face of a movement, you got to worry about people like that, because that's what they do. They put people like this as the face of the movement so that they can control the movements and keep it in line and discredit it if need be.
That existed, but yeah, but okay.
That's not it. That's not all, folks. Here's another one. When he was 26.
A couple years later in 2015, when Destiny was 26, he shared in his chat, I would the shit out of that 15-year-old. What the f? There's no way that chick is 15. So now we've seen two separate occasions.
Guys, this is not normal. You just don't
Jesus
type
Christ.
that kind of stuff. Unless you're like Jared Fogle in a chat with his homies, you know? Like, he's speaking openly with the dogs who are like, yeah, I know exactly what you mean.
It just gets worse
You would
and
never
worse.
say, this is not normal. And like, he keeps getting older and older.
Yes, that's how time works. I do indeed continue to get older.
But the girls stay the same age.
He loves that joke. He said this joke in like 50 different shows that I've watched at this point.
My name is Vic.
I'll leave it up for you to decide if you think I genuinely am typing in my chat about how hot this girl is and me wanting to f her, or if this is just a crazy thing that I'm saying in chat about some crazy clip posted in chat, but I went back and I found what it was in chat, and this was it.
My name is Victoria, and I'm 15 years old, and I don't care what my mama says, I'm gonna have a baby. I will do whatever it takes to take.
Okay, so the context of that was he was making a joke about this actual 15-year-old chick. Oh, it's just comedy, guys. Just comedy. I was just making an edgy joke.
Care of my baby. If it has 10,000 toxins in my body, then so be it. I'm gonna just my baby in all brand names, and if I can't support it, then I guess I'm gonna steal it. My mama thinks that I'm not ready to have a baby, but I have everything my baby will need. If my baby gets cold and it needs a blanket, it's alright, because I have it. And if my baby needs clothes,
Yeah, because that's the first joke I think of when I see a 15-year-old girl. Is like, oh, how funny would it be to talk about wanting to F her? That would be really funny, right? That would be really funny. My God, I'm a genius. I'm a comedic genius. All right, look, I'll give him the benefit of the doubt on this. Maybe it's just a terrible joke. Just a terrible, terrible joke.
it's cool. I have tons of them. And if my baby loses the pacifiers, I have 3 more. I'm not just having sex with 1, not 2, but 3 different guys. That's right, I'm a player, but that's cool because I got it like that. My life dreams are to drop out of school.
And basically, these kids were acting. They're putting on a show. It was all kayfabe bullshit.
To be on Girls Gone Wild and to have my baby. And there's nothing my single mother can say to change my mind.
Okay, so it could have been a genuine confession for my pedophilic urges, or it could be an edgy joke in chat. I don't know. You decide.
Again, that's not all, folks.
File.
But I mean, you are the one in your mid-30s collecting pictures from underage women, so it's hard to give you the benefit of the doubt when you're admitting to having CP material on your computer, dude. But okay, I'll give him that one, okay? Maybe that was just a joke that missed the mark, you know?
But the colloquial definition of pedophile is
Oh, and then also I guess although I guess he's building a pattern of behavior. Again, this was a joke in my chat in 2015. Okay, but that's okay. We're building our pattern. All right.
That's not all, folks.
Pedophile. But the colloquial definition of pedophile is someone who is attracted to children, and Destiny is at least somewhat attracted to children.
There are some 15, 16-year-old chicks that like look pretty hot. Like I can't help that. Like some people mature older.
Destiny defend.
Okay, so again, you can have issues with what I'm saying, but definitionally, I'm literally talking about people that look older than 15, 16, not teenagers are hot. I love teenagers, but some 15, 16-year-olds can look older. That's
yeah. Okay, that's not a good defense.
The opposite of pedophilia?
It is true, though. It is true. Some people look older, younger, but they still tend to look like children. They just look like older children. I mean, dude, there's no winning here, Destiny. There's no winning, dude.
But listen, if that's what you want to say, that's fine. Okay, we'll keep going through it.
And another streamer who got exposed for having sex with a 14-year-old by saying, even if he did bang a 14-year-old, no, that's not what pedophile means. Go look it up. Seriously, if you don't understand the difference between being attracted to someone that happens to be young and being attracted to someone because they are young, you have absolutely no business whatsoever commenting on the issue, period. It makes you look uneducated.
He's like, it is so outrageous, sir, that you would call someone sleeping with a 14-year-old pedophilia. How dare you, sir? Even if you want to play this game where it's like, actually, I want to 16 and 17-year-olds. There's 14 is pushing it. 14. What are we talking about? This man was like, yeah, you could a 14-year-old. That's not the same thing. Guys,
I don't think I've ever said that ever. But
are we all hearing the same thing? It's 14. This dude has made it like his personal crusade to normalize children.
Yeah, what he said was, and it's not a good look. What he said was, there's a difference between like being attracted to a child because because they're attractive versus being attracted to a child because they're a child. That just sounds like you're making excuses for pedo behavior. That's what it sounds like to me.
Like how many...
That's a wild statement to say based off what we've seen so far. I did go back and I found the post for this because I was curious. I think I made an OP here that basically has to do... with like... streaming is a little bit different and crazy because you have so much access into people's lives you don't traditionally get. At the bottom of this post, I literally say one of the incidents that I brought up was this guy Stefano got in trouble because he was 19 and he DM'd some player saying that he abused a 14-year-old, and everybody took that as him because this guy's French, not because their abuse is sex, but because of a ESL thing. I literally say at the bottom here, I'm not taking a side on any of these issues or commenting on this happened. I'm just giving food for thought about like the level of access that you have to people's lives here. I was never defending this in this post. I'm not defending this anywhere. I think I was an edgy like internet atheist, and we did if you don't understand the difference between being attracted to someone that happens to be young and being attracted to someone because they're young, the difference between...
Yeah, it sounds like what he did was he played both sides, where he was like making excuses, but then also saying, "Oh, but clearly, I'm not defending this behavior." It's like Rampage Jackson with his son, where he's like making all these excuses for his son, but he's like, "But I don't condone that behavior." It's like, what, dude? Come on, you're adding a caveat there so you can say, "Oh, clearly, I don't approve of this," but however, you need to look at it like, dude, come on, we're playing semantics here. I think
pedophile or whatever else. I will say that if that's like a creepy thing that people are doing to advocate for, I guess like kids.
So you've been seeing this girl for a month? Around a month, yeah. Do you love her? Is Brandon good at sex?
Honestly, yeah.
She's 17.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, Brandon. What's
See, here's where it gets bad for H3H3, because he runs out of defenses for himself. He literally just mid-sentence, it seems like, just stops defending himself, and he's like, okay, we just got to pull up the shit that makes H3H3 look bad now. Which, yeah, this is not a good look for H3H3 either. So that's what I'm saying. This is the PDF file wars right now. It is like, who is the real PDF file? Or maybe who's the worst PDF file? But yeah, let's watch this clip.
What? Anyway,
She couldn't get into Jason's party because she wasn't 18. Like, I knew about this. That's why I distanced myself. And Jason would always be pissed at me that I wouldn't film with Brandon. I'm like, he's an actual, like, pedophile. And we're actually, like, and he's, like, 24.
Having sex with a 7-year-old isn't pedophilia.
It's pedophilia, for sure.
It's
with a minor, for sure, was. that's an actual pedophile. Like, it's a child. 17-year-old is a child.
So
see these like semantics with the definition. Let me look this up because I know people fucking obsess over this shit, and it's a little weird. It's like, oh, it's not a pedophile at 17. It's like another term for it. But it's like, dude, okay, what does it matter? You're still gonna get locked up for doing it and put on a sex offender list. So who cares about the definition at that point?
Okay, whatever. I don't need to debate that, but it's illegal. Well, pedophile is someone that has sex with kids.
She's a child. That's a child.
But you don't magically become not a child when you go turn from when the clock ticks midnight.
That actually is like how it works. Yeah. Like, you also have no business being with like an 18-year-old, but like 17 is an actual child. It's actually legal. Like, you actually should go to jail.
But, okay, well, I'm not here to debate that. But some states it's 16.
But it's not that in California.
I know it's illegal. It's fine.
So I mean, like, if that counts as like ardently defending.
I mean, it's a bad look, but it's nothing compared to the shit they got you on, Destiny. It's nothing. And it tells me something that you pivoted so quickly from trying to defend yourself to, okay, look at the shit H3H3 did. Look at how bad H3H3 is. You're projecting.
Trying kids that maybe me and Ethan are just born to justify it. I don't know.
How many times are you going to go on the record protecting it? He goes, 17 is cool. 15 is cool.
Never said either of those things.
14 is...
Haven't said that.
Not pedophilia, guys. Is 13 pedophilia?
Haven't said any... Like
12?
Not sure if this is his own fantasy that he's projecting on me, or...
Where does it stop? I'd like to know his opinion on that. You know? So a lot of people, kids start hitting puberty at 12. Some girls start hitting puberty earlier than that. Is 10? Some girls hit puberty by 10. Is that not pedophilia? Stephen Bennell.
Yeah, I guess the line here is prepubescent, postpubescent. So it's technically not pedophilia if it's post-pubescent. I don't think the definition matters, bro. Are you going to end up on a sex list? Are you going to end up as a sex offender on a fucking list? That's probably the overriding fucking factor here.
The second, by the way, the second is just junior, okay? You don't get to play the
second is not junior. They are different on your birth certificate. The reason why I'm not junior is because my dad just didn't want to be called senior. So he wrote mine in as the second so he could be the first. I'm sorry if that bothers you, but...
Royal Guard game with just being the second. In fact, that's just junior, which ironically is what you...
Yeah, so his dad played that game. It's the Esquire shit, you know? It's like, how do I make my name make it seem like I'm important? Well, junior and senior, you don't seem important being a junior and a senior, but now if you're the second, and then you have a son and he's the third and the fourth and the fifth, I mean, that's like, you're basically fucking nobility at that point, right?
Call all the girls you date. Come on over here, junior. Come sit in daddy's lap.
Another pedophile joke, but okay.
Yeah, but guess what, guys? There's more.
Incident is when him and his friends, the Bro Squad, watched an 8-year-old boy shake his penis for them on a live stream.
I shouldn't tell this because I'm gonna get arrested.
This has to be one of the worst ones. Let's see what his comeback is for this one.
For child protective services.
By the way, how many times has he said that? Once is enough. Has he said this like 3 times? He's like, I shouldn't tell you guys this because I'm gonna get arrested for child porn. 3? How many times are we gonna tell that joke?
I haven't gotten into Ethan's jokes yet, but I do think it's kind of funny that I feel like I've heard him say similar things.
It's called Children's Joy TV for a reason. The guy knows how to give pleasure to children. Children's Joy TV, baby gets anal raped by a syringe and gets injected with AIDS virus.
When we see something like this, are we supposed to call the police?
Am I on I feel like I'm definitely on the FBI watch list now.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, it's such a different thing. He's doing those, kind of like content cop videos where you're finding shit on YouTube and you're finding all the most disgusting shit and then doing a video about it to bring attention to it. That's a lot different than talking about being on Omegle or Bumble or whatever the fuck he was on and watching an actual child do what he described. They're not the same thing. But he made the same kind of joke, but that doesn't mean it's the same thing.
I don't know how many FBI watch list jokes he's made. Maybe he is, maybe he isn't. But if like that's the standard, then sure.
I used to be part of this horrible thing called the Bro Squad. Okay. If you remember that cheeks.
I hate listening to myself talk a long time ago. Oh my
Yeah, I would hate listening to myself talk too. If this is the shit that would come out of my fucking mouth, I would really hate it.
Bro Squad, and what we would do is we would go around Justin TV streams, trolling the shit out of these people, and we went around channel to channel, like around, like it was just horrible.
We're just trolling, guys. Yeah, we're looking at naked underage boys, but it's just trolling, guys. It's just trolling.
Went to this channel with this kid was like 8 years old, and he was broing out with everybody in this chat. For whatever reason, this kid decides to take his pants off and wiggle his 8-year-old on screen. I can't even believe it. Oh my god! It was like I didn't even know. Like we were on Skype, we were like, "Holy shit!" Like we had to do like a double take because we didn't even know like what the was on. Like we were looking at like an 8-year-old like on the screen. And his brother, we called him Captain Pushups, would like come in the room, and this guy was like,
"Yeah." H3H3 made this point too. Like he had a nickname for the brother. And they're trolling. So was part of the trolling trying to get the kid to do what he did? I wonder how much more there is to this story.
14 years old. He had his shirt off. He was like this, like watching the stream the entire time. Oh my god.
What's interesting is he makes it seem like this kid just happened to take out, but they clearly spent a lot of time there because they like had a nickname for the brother who was there watching the whole time. Like this was an intimate setting in which there was a lot of time spent.
Okay, so again, I don't know why Ethan projects his own fantasies onto this. So this was a thing that happened back in 2010, which is 15 years ago. But if we want to go back, that's fine.
This was 15 years ago, so that makes it okay.
We'll say in the early days of live.
Guys, I mean, you can kill anybody, you know, as long as it's been 15 years. You can do anything you want. As long as 15 years pass by, then it doesn't matter. Allegedly, according to Destiny.
Streaming, live stream websites were literally the Wild West of crazy, unhinged. Me and a few other people, plenty of people would bounce between Ustream, Livestream, Justin TV, and you could find old dudes doing conspiracy theories. You could find people doing self-harm. You could find copyright material being played. You could find just like a bunch of crazy shit. We popped into this dude's stream. We were trolling in chat for a little bit. Nobody's saying like, oh my God, yes, like take your, whatever the Ethan is fantasizing here. There were no long-term relationships with any of these people. It was a crazy thing that happened. We left the stream immediately after.
Immediately after? You should have never been in a stream with fucking children, okay? And then immediately after, sounds like you kind of stood around for a while. I mean, the story you told, it sounds like you guys were like having a laugh. Oh, this is so funny. You left immediately after what, Destiny? After what? What did you sick fucks do? I wonder.
I don't know why he likes to project whatever other fantasy of spending a lot of time there or getting to know the person. Maybe he's done trolling like this in the past and I'm just not aware of, but...
Here's another one, guys, in case you haven't seen enough. This one comes to you courtesy of the Pope, Nicholas Diorio, or whatever it is they do.
God bless.
God bless. Nicholas bless.
Years old, that's an adult. That's an adult dog. No. No. Okay, I'm 29. A 19-year-old might as well be a 15-year-old to me. It's
okay. That's the worst. Yeah, that's the worst clip. That's the worst clip.
Okay, I'm 29. A 19-year-old might as well be a 15-year-old to me. It's all the same, dude. Don't give me this.
That's such an interesting
This is exactly what we're saying.
Because it's all the same, bro. 15, 13, 14, 15. It's all the same, bro. I'm 29. Huh? And also, on the other hand, it also is a self-report because it suggests he knows exactly what he's doing.
Yeah.
I don't even know what that means when he says it knows exactly what I'm doing. So this is a clip that gets thrown around a lot because people like to say that apparently everybody below 20 I view the exact same. That is one voice cut from that debate. If you listen to the actual debate here, I'm arguing with a dude who is literally trying to abduct a mentally retarded 19-year-old and take her to another state and impregnate her. Basically, every other time I'm speaking about this person and their age, I do refer to the fact they're 19, but it's not just the fact they're 19, there's a whole bunch of other things too.
AF's own words, a 19-year-old girl communicated with him online. He fell in love with her. He convinced her to leave her family and join him. And then after 3 weeks of being with her, a girl that had never lived on her own, worked a job, lived apart from her parents, been in a relationship, he convinced her to try to have a child with him.
First, I would say.
Was that John Francis Garepi? Garepi? I mean, I forget the guy's name. The fucking French-Canadian. I think that guy's a groiper. I think he actually murdered his, allegedly murdered his, wife. So that's a real creepy story. Anyway, I don't want to get too off subject.
I don't care about your moral offense, you piece of...
Sure.
Allegedly, I don't know. She went missing. I don't know if that's who he's talking about. I don't want to get off track.
You don't have to care about my moral offense because the court already agreed with me about the moral offense. She had never lived on her own before, and despite all of this, you convinced her to leave her family without a word to join you and make a baby.
That's called love, you idiot.
That's called love? A 19-year-old girl? Sorry, go.
Yeah, a 19-year-old girl can love.
Yeah, that's JFP, John Francois Guerepi or whatever the fuck his name is. He came up for a while. Remember, he did a show with Andy from Kino Casino. I think that was who he did a show with. And yeah, he likes mentally challenged women. And the last mentally challenged woman he was with, he just dropped her off in the woods. And she's been missing ever since. I mean, it's like what people used to do to their dogs when they didn't like the dog. They just go drop them off in the woods. He did that with his wife. Allegedly. But she really is missing and nobody's seen her. It's kind of a creepy story, man. Yeah, that's another one. Kino Casino's good to follow for that one.
You idiot. You want
yeah, Mama JF.
People in the future.
It's such a creepy story, dude.
To be scared of going out with mentally disabled people. Eventually, destiny will find out and it will ruin their life. Now, it is a 19-year-old woman who was free to make her choices. Steven can come here and express moral offense. Who cares? Everyone in the chat says 19 is legal, Steven.
So why didn't she fight the court about being appointed a guardian, JF? If she wanted to...
She was intimidated, physically abused by her father, and intimidated into abandoning her rights.
You're saying that a girl was so easily intimidated that she quickly gave up her right to exist as an autonomous person, but you claim the same person was mature enough to make the decision to move in with you and bear your child?
The reality is that
like there's a lot in this debate. It was not just that the fact that this girl was 19. This girl was declared mentally incompetent by a court. And then her parents prevented her from being abducted by this guy.
Sure, yeah, because when you live with somebody...
All of these are from that same debate, by the way.
4 months.
Sure, yeah, because when you live with somebody, it's a totally different thing. So somebody tells me that they're in love with somebody that they've been talking to online. And
okay, you know how I feel about Destiny. I think he needs to go to jail. He needs to be on a sex offender list. But yeah, this one, I think he actually did a good job at defending himself. Good job. You defended yourself on one of them.
And they up and just leave their family with no word, and they just drive cross country, and in a few weeks are trying to create a child with this person without a financial future, without any type of financial security. Yeah, there's a ton of red flags there.
Apparently, she was intelligent enough to find a guy who wanted to care for her for the rest of his life and who had the amount of money required to survive for that long. And so go get moral.
I think
is extensive enough that 3,000 people watching live should hear his point of view about her life.
And here we have JF, the 32-year-old man, thrice married, who has found true love by talking to a 19-year-old mentally disabled girl who saw him on a podcast and messaged him on Skype. And after a few months, he's determined that she is his soulmate.
Is he actually talking about Mama JF, the one that went missing? Or is this before? Because I think he's got this JFP guy. That's his thing. Like, he likes retards. It's a little creepy, man. It's like, oh yeah, I don't just want him underage. I want him underage and mentally challenged. Wow.
And he wants to ship her off to North Carolina to put a baby in her.
And that's biology. I'm sorry you have a problem with it.
Yeah, biology.
Do you think Destiny...
If this was just love, I honestly wouldn't care as much. It was that JF was trying to do like unstoppable damage, like permanent damage to her life by having a child with her. That's more than just love. If they were just living together or whatever, and then the father showed up, like that's an entirely different situation. It's the fact that after living with her for a few weeks, JF is trying to get her pregnant. This is a girl that's never even lived on her own before. He thinks she could take care of a kid? That's comical.
I'm assuming...
Like, people that have ever watched this debate like to pretend that I was just screaming like 19, 19, 19, but there was way more going on here. You could rip one clip from it if you want, but
from a guy heading to a bar and buying a chick drinks and then paying for dinner and then like buying her a bunch of presents.
No, it wasn't his mom, Crimpulus. He just, some people call their wives mama,
and treating her very well. It's the same thing, man.
It's not, though. It's not because no. There's a huge difference. It's the difference between consent versus informed consent. That the woman at the bar is a mature adult that has the mental faculty to make decisions about her future. A mentally retarded 19-year-old, this particular one, apparently, according to 2 psychiatrists, ruled that she did not have the faculty to make this decision. I'm curious, how would you feel about a 17-year-old girl doing this?
Depends on what.
Okay, how would you feel about a 15-year-old girl doing this?
No, I have a problem because
why?
This is now illegal.
So the only thing that matters to you is the law? Let's say we get rid of the law and we're just talking morality. How would you feel about JF doing this with a 15-year-old girl?
I would be very opposed to that. It's disgusting in my opinion. But however, I know what you're going to say. I know what you're going to say, dude. Because what if this girl was 30, but her...
Holy shit, is this Andy? I mean, look, Andy's really made a turnaround, dude. The best thing that happened to Andy was to get with PPP on Kino Casino. It wasn't going good for Andy before then. Remember the aim? I've always thought Andy was entertaining, but yeah, that was not a good look to get with that fucking weirdo. They hate each other now, though, I think.
her mental state stayed as a like.
I think Andy sobered up. I don't know what changed, but Andy's much better now.
Let's say a 14-year-old. So don't let her do it.
That's
No,
what
man,
we
she
do.
just-
Yeah, Andy, there are people that get old who are appointed guardians for their entire lives because they're not mentally capable of living on their own. And if they do live on their own, no, it's not inhumane. We do this to prevent other people from taking advantage of them.
But okay, I guess you can pretend that that debate was about me arguing that you should be able to 19 and 15-year-olds. Okay.
Hey. Like, mentally challenged people need love too, okay? Are you trying to deprive this poor mentally challenged woman of a amazing relationship with this fat French Canadian?
Of some legal age of consent, whatever bull.
Just because of some legal age of consent bull? Huh? That's the age of consent. I think we all agree that's a good thing. Everyone but Destiny thinks that's good. We should have a minimum age so that adults can't have sex with children. That is bullshit. That is just an imagined line in the sand that I will not conform to. Okay? He's constantly
Okay, so this idea of me saying that the age of consent is that's not at all what I'm saying there at all. Like, it was the exact opposite argument that just because this girl was 19 years old, the age of consent doesn't matter here. She was literally mentally retarded. That was the point. I believe that quote comes from this segment.
Right? But nope, no communication with the parents, gets the girl to pack up and leave. And now that you have this, the perfect specimen, okay? I have the girl with no family, no friends, okay, who is a retard, okay? Now you have this girl, what am I going to do? I'm going to put the baby in her. And now she's your slave forever. She has no friends, which she didn't.
I mean, what a sad situation you have to be in as a man to be like, yeah, the only way I'm going to find love because I'm so disgusting and no woman ever gives me the time of day is I have to find a retarded woman. I mean, dude, how hard off does life got to be for you where that's where you decide, like, okay, what I need is retarded women?
She has no family because he's cutting her off from them. She has nobody else that she can talk to, no support network. Now she has his baby, okay? She has no job, right? She has no real education, right? She's totally locked there and she's his. That is disgusting, okay? And that's kind of why, like, the fact that he still defends this behavior is really irritating to me because what he did was horrible. That kind of is literally disgusting. That he would try to trap a little girl. And I don't want to be presumptuous. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry if this upsets you because you're 19, or I'm sorry if this upsets you because you're 22 or something, right? Or if you're some legal guy or whatever.
Sounds like Destiny's main problem is the mental retardation part. I don't think his problem is the age. It's like, no, it's fine that she was a child, but just next time, make sure she's not mentally retarded.
You know, when you're 19, you're a little kid, okay? Now, if you're 22, a 19-year-old's not a kid to you, okay? I'm 29. A 19-year-old might as well be a 15-year-old to me. It's all the same, dude. Don't give me this. Just because of some legal age of consent, whatever bull, I have about as much in common with like an 18-year-old, 19-year-old freshman in school as I would a sophomore in high school. Any type of inclination towards any of those people is really weird, okay? Now, I know if you're 20 years old, it might bother you to hear that. Like, no, I'm 19. I'm a real adult, okay? I'm a real adult, okay? If you live with your mom and dad still pay all of your bills, you're still a virgin, you've never been in a relationship, you don't go to school, you've never even had a job before, you've never lived on your own, you're a child. You're very much a child. You don't know what it's like to wake up and go into work, to work a job you hate because you have to pay a bill, okay? You don't know what it's like to have to make a decision between getting kind of a cool car and a piece of car because you can't afford it. You don't know what it's like to get called in to have to work an extra shift because you don't have any life experience. You don't know anything about anything. You're a child. So all the people...
Okay, well, he's winning on some of these. Like, if people took clips out of context and you're showing the full context and it's not as bad as it was made to seem, then yeah, okay, I'll give you points for that. But you still admitted to Willie Mack that you had shit on your computer, dude. That's the part that makes no sense. That's the part that, maybe all those jokes weren't just jokes after all. And you're the one who fucking admitted to it. You're acting like we're making it up. Like, unless Willie Mack's completely lying in the DMs, and I don't think Destiny is even claiming that.
People in chat are like, no, 19 years old, that's an adult. That's an adult dog. No. No.
So I guess we can pretend that this was cut just to... just Jesus Christ, bro. Wait, I think I exited the video.
Age of consent,
that I'm saying that, like, oh no, age of consent, let's minors. Again, maybe Ethan's projecting something on me there. And again, like, it's funny to cut the, like, 19-year-old or whatever, but, like, obviously there are some 19-year-olds that are more mature. There are some 23-year-olds that are less mature. Like... I've chatted with 22, 23-year-olds who are still going to school and living with their parents and working on their masters who are fighting with their parents. And those people are a lot different than even somebody a couple years younger, a 20-year-old who has lived on their own for a while. Obviously, ages are proxies for life stages, life developments, and everything else. But yeah, I mean, if you want to fantasize that I'm arguing against the age of consent, then go for it.
I think we all agree that's a good thing. Everyone but Destiny thinks that's good. We should have a minimum age so that adults can't have sex with children. That is bull. That is just an imagined line in the sand that I will not conform to. Okay, he's constantly blurring the line and trying to normalize the act of adults.
Like, is me saying that like the 19 and the 15-year-old will have as much in common if they're in school having anything? That's blurring the line to. What do you think I'm blurring the line for? For making an argument why you should date or 15-year-olds, or for saying why, like, even a 19-year-old is probably somebody who's in a significantly different life stage. It's more comparable to a 15-year-old than a 25-year-old or 30-year-old. Like, which direction do you think the line is being blurred?
Yeah, but that makes it look even worse that you still went and tried to get nudie photos from someone you couldn't even confirm was 18. With tons of suspicion that we've all seen in the DMs that you should have been suspicious that the possibility of this woman being under 18, and you still just wanted to goon out to it. And you knew better. So yeah, okay, you're winning some of these little, the little, what do they call it, clip monkeys, clip bait. You're winning. You're putting the larger context there. But it still doesn't change the underlying thing that is making everybody go, whoa. We'll see, man. We'll see what happens in the long run. I mean, if they never get charged, I mean, it would be amazing if he actually had CP on his computer and he never gets charged for it. That would be hard to believe. But it's, it's not like the police and the authorities don't let things slip through the cracks all the fucking time.
Here.
Sleeping with minors, right? Continually. This is the theme that we keep seeing. It's like, this is okay. This isn't that bad. This 15-year-old's hot. I want to this 15-year-old, but I won't, et cetera, et cetera. This is a pattern. Long pattern.
I have about as much in common with like an 18-year-old, 19-year-old freshman in school as I would have sophomore in high school. Any type of inclination towards...
He's like freshman in college, sophomore in high school. It's all good, baby. Same.
That's yeah. Okay. Maybe if he wasn't watching Nicholas Fat Oreo stream, maybe he would actually have some actual context on what this conversation is about. But you know what? Listen, I love the clip championing. Do it more. I love it, okay?
I mean, those bikini pics in the DMs.
Those people is really f***ing weird, okay? Now, I know if you're 20 years old, it might bother you to hear that. Like, no, I'm 19. I'm a real adult, okay? And
then there's one more clip I want to show you guys.
Okay, can't play the rest of that. Gotta move to the next thing. Okay.
Of when
Good one.
We were talking about Vosh and the lolly horse controversy. When he accidentally opened a folder and he had lolly and horse porn on his computer. And everybody was clowning on him, except one person.
No, Danny, I didn't hear about that. Danny says there was a 20-year-old American hero who chivalrously saved women and public transportation in Dresden from attackers and got stabbed in the face. When did that happen, Danny? I'm going to look it up. 20-year-old American hero, Dresden. Yeah, I haven't heard of that. You would think that would be all over the news. Did that just happen?
There was one person that came to his defense. Who was it? Destiny. Oh. Why? Well, this take was so bizarre. I remember at the time being absolutely struck by it, and I pulled this straight from my memory because it was just so shocking to me. But here's his take on a lolicon, which is the pornographic hentai drawings involving children.
Did you see the lolly discussion on Reddit? You know, if Vosh was a better person and not such a piece of shit, I'd be in the trenches. Because you know what? Who the f cares about lolly? Who cares about drawn? Imagine your life is so boring that you give a f about animated cartoon girls.
Imagine your life so boring that you care about sexualizing children. Imagine being so bored.
Yeah, I gave Destiny a couple W's. There's a couple points where he played the larger context. But let's see. I don't think you're gonna get out of this one, because to me, if you're, I don't know, man. I know there's a big community that's into this shit, and it's creepy as fuck. And I think it should be treated nearly on the same level as real. Not the same, obviously, because it's worse when it's real. But it should still probably get you on a list, dude. If you're fucking into pictures of child shit, you know?
In your life that you actually care if grown-ups want to f minors.
Like, that's not what we're talking about right now. What? Again, I know that he loves to make everything about pedophilia because Ethan has a rich history with obsessively making pedophilia jokes and everything else, but nobody on my stream, we do not normalize minors. I've never normalized minors. I've never in my entire life argued for a lower age of consent. That just never ever happened on my stream. He is projecting so much weird shit onto me, and by projecting I mean just reading it straight from threads or from Nicholas Fury or anything else. But
bro, what? I don't know. I don't know if it's that minor of a detail.
Like, how old is the girl? I don't know. How old is the drawing? It's a goddamn picture. Who the cares? Grow the up, okay? People in Ethan's subreddit are like calling the FBI on vouch. He's looking at cartoons that I don't like. I think that, like, bro.
That's not the
Well, if they're cartoons of children doing inappropriate stuff, yeah, maybe the police should have you on a watch list and keep an eye on you. In fact, I think we should make that kind of shit illegal to some extent. I don't know. Maybe I'm against free speech or whatever, but I don't know, man. It just doesn't seem right to me. Even if it's a fucking drawing, it's a cartoon, I don't care. You're talking about children. You're drawing pictures of children doing, you know what? I don't know. If I ruled society, I'd kick you out of my fucking country. If I was a king, I'd be like, yeah, you can go. You're exiled. We don't need your types in our fucking realm. Like, but yeah, I guess it's okay. It's okay. Everybody's just making a big deal over nothing.
criticism. It's not that they don't like it. It might have a fine plot. And the plot might be a banger. I don't know. The problem, of course, is that it's depicting children being f***ed by adults. That's just, you know, that's a detail that's important to emphasize.
Okay.
Now, I'm not here to judge anybody on what kind of animated pornography they decide to collect or show to other people.
I am. I'll judge the fuck out of
them
them
right now.
This is
you wanna
Rick
put it
and
on
Morty.
Okay.
No way. That's Rick and Morty? No.
Yeah, this is from an episode of Rick and Morty where Mr. Mises runs train on
No.
Mr. Mises and all of his buddies run train on April.
He's not Jewish, I can see.
Good observation. Thoughts on this?
Oh my God.
He meant summer, not April.
Describe what you're seeing.
Oh my God.
Describe this for the people who can't see it.
It looks like a wolf.
Here, into the mic.
Oh my God.
Go ahead, describe that. Go ahead.
I will say I did do the research, and Summer is only 17 years old, okay?
Yeah, terrible. Fucking, yeah. Maybe we need to kick H3H3 out of my imaginary kingdom as well. You're exiled as well, H3H3, but still, it doesn't change what they have on you, bro. But yeah, I think we need to exile both of these guys from the kingdom of Pink Trip. In my kingdom, we don't put up with any of this, okay? You're exiled, and if you hang around outside the walls, then, you know, we'll do a little more than exiling you. You better go, like, really far away. Don't be anywhere close to our fucking village, okay? It's terrible, dude.
So he is... Now, okay, do I actually think he's getting off to lolicon or that he enjoys this despite that?
99 cents. Mr. Me 6-beat Bonnie Blues record.
Man, that chick is something else, ain't she? It's polluting the minds of like a lot of these young women too, because they're growing up and they're seeing all these women just getting famous being online prostitutes, man. And I bet you a lot of these little girls are like growing up looking up to these types and being like, I can't wait to be rich and famous too. All I gotta do is yada yada yada. Our society, man, it's crazy. It's crazy the shit we reward.
Creepy smile he has while sharing his pornographic hentai with his parents? Probably not. But like, is this if this is the standard we're gonna use? I mean, Jesus Christ, you know, I only said I didn't give a f about it. You're over here literally showing it to your mom and dad on stream. What the f? They were talking about like Elsa and other Disney hentai earlier, but I'm too lazy to look up the ages of all those girls.
Okay, call me when this guy fucks his way through some preschoolers, okay? Until then, get out of here. Who cares?
And then he sets this bar. He goes, I only care until you're f***ing preschoolers, which is 3-year-olds, bro.
Is this another one that's out of context? Because if this is in context, this is one of the worst things he said. Well, let's see. Let's see if he's got more context.
3-year-olds. Kindergarten, good to go, baby. First, second, third, fifth grade, basically an adult.
Where do we draw? Okay, so 3-year-old is not okay. Or that's when it's when do we actually draw the line? What is the
turn on? And everyone's like, well, she was legal, she was an adult, but she's clearly saying she was uncomfortable, didn't want it. He's 44, she's 18.
No, that's disgusting.
That to me should be a pedophile, because that's a child. You're a grown ass man. Yes, it's not legally a pedophile, but it's so
I'm just
disgusting.
saying people misuse the word pedophile.
He's still
pedophile is someone that like it's like an 8-year-old.
Oh, 8 years old, not 3 years old. My bad. It's not preschool. It's what is that? Second grade? Me, I guess. My bad, Ethan. You know, you got me there, I guess.
And honestly, this is just a
You know
few
what they say? If you live in a glass house, I forgot the saying. Don't throw stones if you live in a glass house. That's what they say.
of many, many, many clips of him sexualizing children and just being a total deviant, right? So
a few of many, many, many clips. So, first of all, I'm pretty sure half of these didn't even involve like Mia Rose is not a minor, okay? The other clip is here is me saying I'm not a 15-year-old, and be careful you don't minors. You've got like a crazy troll story from JTV. None of this is about soliciting pictures of anybody or receiving pictures of anybody. Like the fact that he's like built this extensive case. One is me talking about a 19-year-old, so 14-year-old maybe isn't considered pedophilia. Like all of these exact same types of jokes. And I would argue probably a bit worse have been told by Ethan. I don't understand why he's the one who would come at me for jokes like this. And I am going to the full snark thread. So if that's what we're doing, then it.
She spread her sexy little body all over the, prison yard.
Yeah.
I've seen this 20
a
times.
trillion times. So.
A lot of times when you weren't here and the lights were off. You know what that is?
That was a joke though, right? Him talking about when she's not there, him watching the 11-year-old. That was just a joke, I'm assuming, right?
Metaphor for it, Hila? Do you know what I'm going to say?
I don't want to know.
Guys, I don't know if I need to say it, but look what he's doing. Okay? Just look what he's doing, okay? Just use your imagination and think about it. She's a young girl. She's never, and he's, there. I mean, I'm not going to spell it out. I'm not going to say it explicitly. It's not okay to say.
Yeah, you're exiled as well, Ethan. You're both out of here. I cannot have you in my kingdom. You're a risk, okay? We got to protect the children. We got to get you out. I don't care. Go to some other village on the other side of the world. You are not allowed in Pingdom, okay?
But just watch his finger rolling around in the red, sticky, fluid there. Just imagine what it means, okay? Use your imagination, guys.
God, this is so funny. This is high-level comedy, guys. This is high. I mean, this is what some people think, like, comedy is just, like, let me say the worst, most disgusting thing possible, and that'll make it funny because it's just so disgusting and bad. That can be an element to your comedy, but you still got to have the part that actually makes people laugh,
Think about it. One finger, red, virgin.
See, I blame all this on Howard Stern. This is all people that grew up on Howard Stern, and this is what Stern did. It was just like, how shocking can I possibly be?
He's fingering a little girl, dude. That's what it is. He's fingering a little fucking girl, dude.
Keep in mind, Ethan is older than me, and my clips of my edgy jokes are older than his clips. So he is both older than me, and these are more recent than every single clip he played of me.
Let's see if he licks it. Yeah! He loves it!
I'll be honest, maybe I don't get Ethan Klein's comedy because I never really thought he was funny. Even when he had his big push when, Vape Nation and all that came out, I was always like, this is just not really funny. I get it. He looks weird and like, I don't know, maybe it was just not meant for me. I wasn't of the right generation for it. He's never been funny to me, dude. I don't think he's made me laugh one time.
He loves it! He's got blood on his lip, that big smile. Patrice, you dog. You did it, didn't you? Yeah, you love Chinese food, boy. I know you like it now. I understand what you're talking about. You love Chinese food. And I like the noodles al dente. You know what I mean?
Like, and I only had a couple hours to, find this.
Lip gloss. This image is pretty twisted up in itself. She's holding what looks like a phallic object, a little 8-year-old girl, and a big, giant black man looking in on her, man. It's like Blackzilla.
I don't know. Look, I mean, Destiny's kind of cooking you here, dude. This is the problem. If you're gonna fucking attack people, dude, especially over a subject that you've been this fucking, I don't know, I'm gonna have to give Destiny a W, unfortunately, so far. I mean, he still should go to jail. He's still kicked out of the kingdom. But the W is, hey, you let me know that this other guy should be kicked out of the kingdom as well. And I appreciate that. So, on your way out of the kingdom, take an extra bottle of water. Maybe you'll survive in the desert a day longer than Ethan Klein, but I appreciate you pointing out the other pedophile in the village. Oh man. I know these are just jokes, and H3H3 is probably, he's probably not actually a pedophile, but this kind of humor, man, it's just like there's no purpose for it, to be honest. It's not funny. And it's just like, oh, let me say something shocking. I mean, where are the jokes about like murdering somebody's grandma? That'll be funny, right? Let's make jokes about murdering old people. Let's do that. Or make jokes about murdering children. Let's do that, right? If we're just gonna say the worst thing possible and that makes it funny, then let's just go all the way. Let's just go all the way.
This guy's got
Just kidding, by the way. I'm just making a larger point before YouTube bans me.
a weird fantasy, dude. Blackzilla rapes the little 8-year-old white girl with blonde hair. He likes that. He likes them white and blonde.
And how come women can get all these elaborate toys and it's considered cute and quirky?
It's fine.
If a guy gets a Mega Master 6000, it's a problem. He's a creep.
As soon as I get VR with a fleshlight, doll of a child, obviously pedophile guy.
I think they're calling you a pedophile.
I've been trying to attract a teenage girl my whole life so far. It hasn't worked. A teenage girl runs away with pedophile type of vibe. What do you think, Hila? Could we kidnap a teenage girl together?
All right, well, this one is just, a lot of it is just joking, obviously. It's just, I find it cringe, and I do find it sus when people just constantly make jokes like that. It's like, yeah, it's your right to make those jokes. Feel free. But it's also my right to go, I'm a little suspicious of you, dude. Hey, you, what's up, brother?
Hey, you super chatted $5. I guess
Wow.
Alex Jones revealed that the trans shooter's dad worked for the CIA for 20 plus years. We gonna look into that story? I thought you planned to.
Yeah, I thought about doing it, but I really hate giving attention to those types of things, dude. I probably still will. I saw this stuff come up and I was like, God, this is like a whole show right here. So tomorrow I have a lot of shit. We'll catch up on that. I'll report on it a little bit. I'll do it in a way that doesn't publicize the demonic piece of shit. But yeah. I haven't heard that. I mean, that's an interesting slant. It's like every time there's a shooting, the false flag accusations come out like crazy. Is it possible that mentally unwell people might do crazy things when a society is facilitating their mental instability and pushing them on? But yeah, I haven't heard of that. I'll look that up. We'll definitely talk about that more tomorrow's episode. We got a lot of other stuff. Tomorrow will probably be a little more loose, and we'll hit a bunch of different topics that are going on. Thank you for the $5, brother.
I mean, again, maybe they're all just jokes, I guess.
Does he have like baby edition? Newborn baby edition?
You probably have to go to the dark web for that one, Hila.
Like 2 months baby edition?
That's fucked up, dude. You gotta go dark web for that one, Hila. I don't know if they host those on YouTube. He's done it all, so chances are likely that yes, that does exist. Well, let's not dig too deep in that.
But it's my birthday.
It is your birthday. You want to see Chris baby? If you should have told me. If you just want to see Chris 2-year-old baby, I could have made that happen for you. Next year's gonna be great. We're gonna slam.
Yeah, but these jokes just go on forever. Is this I mean, we still got 30 minutes left of this. Is that the last 30 minutes is all just compilations of Ethan making the worst PDF jokes of all time?
Anyway, happy birthday, Hila.
Thank you.
Let's jump in to Kissing Prank Daughter Edition. Let me get my count here really fast. Okay. Good. All right, I'm ready.
Yeah, we're gonna deport Hila as well from Pingdom. The Kingdom of Ping. You can't be here either, Hila. You're all gone. Fucking Hassan's gone. Destiny, you're gone. You're all exiled. All of you. H3H3, your wife, your kids, they're all gone. I'm exiling everybody, okay? We can't have these type of people in my kingdom.
Hi. Okay. What you doing at the park? I'm waiting to do basketball. Oh, basketball. Yeah. So you work out? Yeah, I work out. Yeah, I do cheerleading. Oh, cool. I got this dress yesterday. You like it? Oh, yeah, it's awesome. Thanks.
What are we watching?
I have a shorter one, but my stupid mom wouldn't let me wear it.
That's how kids talk to each other. They ask, do you work out?
Do you work out? Do you want to me?
dress.
Do you want to me? I was gonna wear a shorter dress, but my stupid slut asshole mom wouldn't let me show off my 12-year-old vag in public.
The same mom who put me up to this gig.
Yeah, your mom will let you wear whatever you want to, as long as it earns her $100.
Yeah.
Not Crumpulus, exile can be worse than death. See, what we're gonna do is we're gonna build our kingdom in the desert. We're gonna build a little oasis in the middle of the desert. So everybody that gets exiled basically has like a day and a half to 2 days to wander the desert before they die of dehydration. Oh man. Yeah. I don't know. We'll keep watching, but you know, if the point of this Destiny was to just to burn down H3 and make him look very sus to everybody, congratulations, you've done that. But if the job was to make everybody stop thinking that you're sus, you failed. You failed, big time. But yeah, good job destroying H3's reputation. The thing is, like, his fans are already familiar with this shit. Like, they know these are jokes, and he's not the one that admitted to having underage CSAM, as the kiddos are saying these days. He didn't admit to having a CSAM on his computer, so that's the big difference. That's the big difference, you know. Maybe we'll. Nah, I'm not gonna say that. I was gonna say maybe we'll actually, you know, in my kingdom, my theoretical kingdom, we might actually. I can't say that. I don't want to get in trouble. We'll exile them, guys. They're exiled, okay?
Do you
Like, there are just so many of these. Again, I had a few hours overnight, and I don't have a whole team of researchers that hate me like you do.
I guess
or
what
that
I'm
hate you like you
understanding
do.
is that she's masturbating.
This is the best part about having like a huge following is like they do all the work for you. They will. I mean, you just go on Discord and they'll be like, "Oh, hey, can you guys find me clips?" And you have an army of people just finding you clips.
Now she's just
These guys, these fucking pathetic losers have armies behind them. That's the scary part. These people like H3, Destiny, they literally have armies behind them. Could you imagine that? Could you imagine like everything breaks down and we go into civil war and like every influencer is like a general and they bring in their little fucking army to, I don't know, man. But it's like that. It's like they have armies.
She's coming buckets, you know, like 5-year-old girls do when they masturbate. You got to learn about your business, lady. So what you want to do is shove your hand all the way up your vagina. Hey, little 5-year-old friend of mine, is it okay if I touch your vagina? Oh, great, dude. Daughter, are you watching this? Hey, 5-year-old daughter, are you watching it?
You know what? He has kids being in meta.
Hey, tell him a joke.
He's still got more pedophile jokes. Doesn't he respond to the Willie Mack stuff at some point? I get the gist with Ethan. I can't keep listening to these fucking terrible jokes that aren't even funny. If they were at least funny, I'd be like, oh, okay. There's a little benefit of the doubt there. Okay, so yeah, he's gonna respond to the Willie Mack stuff, which is the most damning shit with Destiny is the Willie Mack DMs.
These are telling like pedophile jokes in areas where there are actually kids. Like, there's literally take that and then to use that as a platform to then in a huge civil litigation case that is directly involving these conversations. Crew here, like, oh, let me like read this girl's explicit DMs. Also, this chick was like 26 or older when I.
Let's get to that, because that's really
through, like,
the most important part. Is the Willie Mack response.
He's laid down
everything. And I heard Willie Mack's making another video already.
And he needs to. So now he spends time going through this Rose person who supposedly Kiwi Farms has dug up stuff about. I haven't been able to verify the authenticity. Nobody close to me has been able to verify the authenticity insofar as there are things concerned with my court case. The thing that's annoying about him running through all of this stuff now is that, and Ethan knows this, okay? There's two huge things. One, I am actively involved in a huge civil litigation case that is directly involving these conversations. For you to take, after doing this whole bit of taking random clips from some other video.
Life super chatted $2, donating to the Pink Trip Mafia.
I don't know if we're going to be the Pink Trip Mafia or Pink Trip Dynasty. I don't know. If we call ourselves the Mafia, we'll probably end up on a government watch list. Maybe we can stick with Dynasty. Thank you, Unstoppable.
Video, to take that and then to use that as a platform to then demand, right, just like you said Keemstar used to do, to demand that I come up and try to explain every single thing that's not even being alleged by any hypothetical victim, but just been dug up and leaked by other people, right, that if it does involve a victim, you're also now blasting all of their to the ends of the earth for who the knows what reason, right, that I'm supposed to come on and try to proactively defend against all of this while I've had the FBI called me, while I've been swatted twice, once with my son here before, while I'm, again, in an active civil litigation suit where every single thing I say about it has the defendant, or not the defendant, the plaintiff, throwing it into court filings at me to waste more of my money and more of my time. I've got like 8 fully briefed motions before a judge right now that we're waiting for adjudication on. Is insane to me. There is no world for all of his like, oh well, you know, blah, 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 for all of his talk that you would expect me to ever be able to come out and give any type of substantiated response to that doesn't even involve a person that's actually making a claim. This is just that is being posted and leaked on Kiwi Farms about me. There's not even a person out here. I'm like the only person in the history of the internet who's people are trying to cancel based on no person making any claims against me. It's just like an outlandishly insane.
So the person that you have underage photos of, according to your own DMs to Willie Mack, hasn't made a complaint about it, so it doesn't matter? It doesn't matter? Okay.
It's an insane situation to be in.
I disagree.
And then I also have to be careful because obviously everybody records every single thing I say and every single thing has been sent to the FBI a million times, which, let me be ultra clear, okay? Let me be clear on a few things, okay? One, I do not have any of the material that these guys think CSAM, whatever the else, on my computer, okay? Number one.
Yeah, but then why did you say it in the... He's either lying now or he was lying in the DMs to Willie Mack. Because, yeah, they both can't be true.
Number two, all right, I didn't send any of this. There was no child stuff like that ever sent to Willie Mack, okay? Number two, it's not like he censored anything or anything like that, okay? Number three, if you want to interpret my messages in the worst way possible, and you want to, and that's going to be the basis for some FBI call, listen, I don't give a... If you think that it's illegal and you've called the FBI, I don't even care that Willie Mack did that, okay? I think that arguably, you could even say like, oh, sure, like maybe it's a responsible thing to do, whatever. That's totally fine. If you think that I
hate how tiny he is up there, dude. But I keep going. I'm gonna have to go. I mean, you can't even see him. He's just all the way this little tiny little fucking. I mean, I'm pretty tiny too. So what can I guess I can't complain. I do the same thing.
Paying $95,000 a month to my current law firm to ignore every single thing that they're telling me about everything that's related to this case, you are fucking cooked, and you're more retarded than the write-ups that Pisco was blasting about the 3 litigants that you are that you have lawsuits against, Casey, Tron, Frogan, and everybody else. Okay, absolutely retarded. All right, if you want to do all this, you want to report whatever, fine, I don't care. People call the FBI all the time anyway. If you think you're doing some novel thing, go for it. But the fact that you would then publish a video on it, again, I don't want to dive into the intricacies of all this, but you must understand that by doing that, you are literally undermining every single thing that you're attempting to do. Why the would you publish a video on that? You must understand how beyond stupid that is.
Yeah, he's the stupid one. He's the stupid one for publishing a video. No, Destiny, you, sir, are the stupid one for doing what you did, for sending him the fucking screenshot, for saying you have this material on your computer of a woman who is now confirmed to be 17 at the time the material was taken. You, sir, are the stupid one. This is a failing argument at this point. You should have just stuck with playing a bunch of clips of H3H3 making terrible fucking pedo jokes. You should have stuck with that. That was a better strategy.
If everything that you were alleging was true, how retarded would that be? Why would you do that? Why would you ever do this? This is so stupid. So the idea that there's like any concern or care here for anybody, or that you're trying to do the right thing, it's completely undermined and completely, totally obliterated on all of this. It's literally just farming for content, for farming engagement, to try to get me, I guess, swatted again or whatever else. Like, it's so insane to me. Yeah, I can't...
So yeah, that's Willie Mack's trying to get you swatted so you can get killed. That's what it is. And it's not that he's fucking terrified because you sent him some fucking shit that could get him in trouble, and he covered every base he could to make it clear and get out in front of that. He actually probably, in my opinion, did the smart move. You could say, oh, he's just clout. He's just looking to throw Destiny under the bus so he can win. It's like, no, dude, imagine somebody sends you some shit like that. How are you going to react to it? I don't think you'd have a choice but to be like, oh, I got to report this every which way left, right, center. So you know that, like, yeah, I'm not down with this. And I get out in front of it and the police know, like, hey, this is, you know, this is what happened. I'm being 100% honest and open and everything. And then hope they don't decide to come after you anyway.
Like, listen, maybe once my case is over, if you want, I'll come on and I'll chat about all the intricacies and details. We can dive as far into this as you want. But, like, for somebody who's been involved in so much litigation in the past, to try to, like, hamstring me and say, now you have to come on and have these conversations. Bro, what the am I going to say? Again, you could, my court filings are public. If you want to go read through the current court case, all the filings are public. The other side has put every thing I've ever said online. They literally are linking directly to Kiwi Farms in the court filings. You can go read them on the docket. So the idea that you expect me to come out here and say a bunch of shit so that I can pay my lawyers more money to respond to more motions is bullshit. But I promise you, as soon as my court case is, you know, done, I can be your first interview. If you want me to come on and go through the details and run through all of that, I would absolutely love to do that with you. I don't expect you to take me up on that, but not to mention the fact that, so I'm not going to sit here and listen to him opine on all of the on his theories here. He says that I have like, there's a whole bunch of, like, weird lies that came out of the Willie Mack video. People were saying, like, I have 60 gigabyte folders on my computer. This is not true. It's like an obvious misreading of a message that Willie Mack is showing on stream. Ethan lies that he says something about the fact that, like, I reached out to this person because I was, like, trying to find young people on Twitter. That's not true. I typically don't ever reach out to anybody. Almost everybody reaches out to me, so this is not even remotely true. I've never...
So that changes things because she's the one that reached out to you? That doesn't change anything.
Or purchased any porn from any of these people, anybody involved in any of this. I typically just don't buy porn from people ever. I think it creates a weird...
Okay, again, what does that have to do with it?
Dynamic. So that's completely not true. There's no evidence of this anywhere. It's just random lies that are repeated. I'm not gooning to any of this. Maybe for Ethan, who's...
We'll take your word for it, bro.
Used to just, I guess, jerking off to or making jokes about gooning to, you know, whatever material he's got on his computer. Believe it or not, I know it's hard to imagine because I'm not good at crying on command. This entire court case and all of the leaks of my explicit material has actually been incredibly disgusting.
Bro, if I wasn't already past 2 hours and everybody's checking out because they're so fucking tired of this already, I would pull up all those messages between that leaked between them two. And you're telling me you weren't gooning to it when you're sitting there? Come on, dude. Come on. I don't believe that.
Disgusting and invasive to my privacy. It's not actually fun for me to think about it or to masturbate to it or to think about anything related to it. None of it is. It's actually pretty disgusting to me. But yeah, I think he goes over the Willie Mack video and all this bullshit here up to 25:59.
In November, Muddy the Waters, he hasn't done anything wrong, right? Okay. Then, this is when the mistakes begin. In November of 2024, her boyfriend reaches out to Steven. And we have the DM because her boyfriend...
Oh, I'm just random parts of this that he just tells lies about. I like how every single time Ethan brings up the boyfriend here, Ethan is acting like some person is reaching out to me as like a cause of concern. This person was extorting and blackmailing me to appear on my stream while they are leaking like dozens of explicit videos of me. The way that he frames all of this is so insane. I don't even know if he knows the situation or anything that actually happened here. I have no idea. What other parts did I write here? Sometimes there's this weird retroactive game that Ethan likes to play, saying that if somebody is selling like not safe for work content on Twitter, that means that it's a huge red flag and they're more likely to be somebody who's illegitimate. They're not allowed to sell for one reason or another. This is not true at all. I understand maybe you don't have any engagement with this world. Plenty of people sell not safe for work material on Twitter. It's literally the only large social media platform that still allows you to post not safe for work material. OnlyFans is basically worthless if you don't have a pre-existing audience because there's no way to drive traffic to it. This is why people do.
Yeah, but his point was that it's easier to get away with it on Twitter. Because on OnlyFans, you have to go through the process of verifying that you're over 18. Now, I don't know this side of Twitter, but Twitter seems a little loose with fucking everything, to be honest.
Sell stuff on Twitter. The idea that you can go back and cherry pick like some collection of facts that makes it so obvious that something is just, like, there's not even like a way for me to disprove any of it. There's like not even any solid accusations or claims made that I can even dive through given my ongoing case and everything. So if I would have known that Willie was going to be publishing all of my DMs publicly, though, probably would have approached the conversation with more care, knowing that, oh, well,
I probably would have told him I had CP on my computer. All right, yeah, we're gonna stop it there because we're already over 2 hours. I can see the comments. Nobody's into this today. It's like I don't understand. I talked about this a couple days ago. People were into it, and now we got these follow-ups where he's actually addressing it. And it's like I feel like I have a responsibility to follow the story all the way through. Not everything's gonna land with you guys every time. My apologies. You know, that's why I would suggest to go on Discord. And if there are things you want me to cover, I'm not saying I will 100% cover everything you ask. But I will take your suggestions, and it helps because then it's like, okay, at least I know what my audience wants me to fucking talk about, because what I want to talk about and what I think is interesting at the moment may not always line up with you guys. Yeah, this is the story she was talking about.
This is not the first time this has happened.
This is the only thing I could find every time I searched the Dresden Hero. This is the only thing I could find.
It's not the first time that man had beat up women, and it's not the first time.
So somebody was talking earlier. This dude, he's an American dude that was in Dresden and rescued some women from being stabbed, and then he got stabbed in the face, and he was a model or something.
That the other guy decided to take a swing at my face with a 6-inch blade. If they could do this to the people of Germany and then just get released 12 hours later, even less at this point, where's the law? Where's the structure?
Hey everybody, more to come on this later. Read it, check it out. There's a story behind it.
If y'all didn't think that Europe had an immigration problem, especially Germany, let me drop some knowledge on you. It is 11:57 right now. In 3 minutes, that man that assaulted that young woman yesterday will be released from custody. He'll be released from custody because he's not a citizen of Germany. He's not a citizen of the EU for that matter. He doesn't even belong in here. He's an immigrant, an illegal one, a drug dealer, and
this guy gets stabbed right in his nose, dude. It looks like he took a pretty nasty knife shot to the
very
face.
possibly known here, especially by the police. This is not the first time this has happened. It's not the first time that man had beat up women, and it's not the first time that the other guy decided to
totally fuck this up. Forgot to move it over here. Sorry, guys. Well, I mean, I'm kind of saving you from having to see what this dude looks like. It doesn't look good.
Well, if all my games are going to be read publicly.
All right, Destiny. Nobody wants to hear from you anymore. They don't even want to hear your defense. So no more Destiny. We're done with Destiny. I'll start this over. Yeah.
The first time.
The guy who
_unstoppable_4
saved some women from getting stabbed in Germany.
$2. I don't see what you are watching.
Yeah, thank you, Be Unstoppable. I realized that too here because I forgot to move it over to my monitor that captures everything.
This has happened. It's not the first time.
This is what I think Danny was talking about earlier. American dude in Germany got stabbed trying to save some women from, I guess, Muslim immigrants.
This is not the first time this has happened. It's not the first time that man had beat up women, and it's not the first time that the other guy decided to take a swing at my face with a 6-inch blade. If they could do this to the people of Germany and then just get released 12 hours later, even less at this point, where's the law? Where's the structure?
Hey everybody, more to come on this later. Read it, check it out. There's a story behind it.
If y'all didn't think that Europe had an immigration problem, especially Germany, let me drop some knowledge on you. It is 11:57 right now. In 3 minutes, that man that assaulted that young woman yesterday will be released from custody. He'll be released from custody because he's not a citizen of Germany. He's not a citizen of the EU for that matter. He doesn't even belong in here. He's an immigrant, an illegal one, a drug dealer, and very popularly known here, especially by the police. This is not the first time this has happened. It's not the first time that man had beat up women, and it's not the first time that the other guy decided to take a swing at my face with a 6-inch blade. If they could do this to the people of Germany and then just get released 12 hours later, even less at this point, where's the law? Where's the structure? If Germans are held to that law and that structure, if Germans are held to that law and that structure, but these people could just come in, swing knives, and hurt, abuse, terrorize, and oppress citizens of Germany, then
That's why you don't want to fucking take guns away from your population. With this latest shooting, this is again, the whole grift is like, oh, it's gun violence. We got to stop gun violence. It's like, guns are the only thing that somebody has to protect themselves from something like this. So you take away guns and you take away the ability for the good citizens to protect themselves from the bad citizens. And then, you're not going to stop the crazies from getting guns. Like, guns aren't just going to go away. You're not just going to fucking snap your hands and guns are gone. No, the crazies, the fucking criminals will still get the guns. And now the regular people can't defend themselves from those people, and you end up with a situation like this. And yeah, let's say you do get rid of all the guns. Well, they'll use knives. Oh, you get rid of all the knives. Well, they'll use hammers. Oh, or they'll use a car. Or they'll build a fucking bomb. Or, there's a million fucking ways they can cause mayhem. And guns are the thing that equalizes everything. And to tell somebody, hey, you can't protect your family, you can't, protect your home, you can't have a gun to protect your family in case some fucking crazy person shows up with a machete. That's just cruel, man. But that's what's happened to a lot of these populations, dude. It's they're just helpless, Oh, okay, yeah, just wait 10 minutes for the cops to get there while your family is being murdered by some crazy person. That makes sense. No, just let everybody fucking carry and let everybody protect themselves and have the ability to protect themselves. Yeah, man, I'm happy, we got some immigration problems here in America. We got some of these same problems where people get let off light. But yeah, a lot of this shit's going to probably end up coming here at some point. If they can make it happen, they'll make it happen. Yeah, Second Amendment has been trampled, mandatory myocarditis. It's, and every time there's some shit like this, like what we saw in Minnesota, it's just the push for taking guns gets even stronger. And it's like, yeah, but without guns, we wouldn't even be able to stop somebody like that. Like, how are we supposed to even the playing field with the criminals, like the regular citizens? How are we supposed to protect ourselves if we can't even have the same tools of defense? If we can't have the tools of defense needed to stop these kind of people? Because the police aren't going to be there when you need them. They'll be there after the fact to clean up your dead body and scrape you off the fucking sidewalk. But that's not good enough. You got to give people the ability to actually defend themselves in the moment when they need to defend themselves. And you end up with, they argue this point all day long about how, gun violence is up in all these red states, but they don't ever look at violent crime. It's like, no, yeah, okay, gun violence is up. Yeah, okay. A lot of that is, suies and shit. But at the end of the day, violent crime goes way down because people aren't going to fuck around because, you don't have the advantage as a criminal because the citizens are armed just like you are. And if you make one mistake, well, your little criminal ass is done with. So you end up actually having a lot of safety in situations like that, where you allow the citizens to defend themselves. And unless you can have a police force that can show up the moment everything happens, somebody's at your door with a gun and you call the police and the police are immediately there that second, that's never going to be the case. So you got to let people fucking defend themselves. It's just common sense, man. God, they just want to de-arm the population so bad, so they can really ram it right up our ass. They can just really ram it real good and nothing we can do. Nothing we can do. All right, guys. Thank you for the show. Thank you for the fun show today. Hope you guys had fun. Sorry about the topic. But shit, it's hard to do a show every day, guys. This is why sometimes I don't do a show because it's I got to find a topic that I know my audience is going to like, that I like. It's not fucking easy. I need to do these fucking other streamers, man. I just need to do 12-hour streams and then have you guys just send me the videos you want me to react to. Is that better? I don't know, dude. It's not easy always knowing what the fuck everybody wants me to talk about. Okay. And then, I got to find things I'm interested in too. And I've been following this Destiny shit. I think Destiny's a bit of a piece of shit who should be locked up. And this is, probably the last time I'll talk about it until there's some sort of real update or more shit comes out, But whatever. Not every show is going to land with you guys. But for those that did enjoy it and stuck around, I appreciate you. I'll be back tomorrow. There's a lot of shit I haven't talked about. I don't got it all pulled up, so I'm not going to talk about it now. Plus, we're over 2 hours. But I'll be back tomorrow. We'll talk about all the shit I've missed this week. All the other shit that, everything's been a pretty long episode. The Rampage episode, the Raja Jackson shit was a full episode. This was a full episode. So there's a lot of stuff that I haven't got to talk about that we'll talk about tomorrow. And maybe some updates on the Roger Jackson thing. I don't think he's still not locked up. Last I heard is the police are looking to interview all of the wrestlers involved in the event. And we know from the leaked messages from that one dude, Doug, that the event is telling people not to cooperate. So that might be one of the things that's making this drag out, is that the wrestlers are not allowed. The organization is telling the wrestlers not to cooperate, according to what I saw from that Doug guy. So I don't know. But you guys have a wonderful Thursday. We'll see you on the next episode. We'll see you tomorrow. Hope you guys have a good night. And yeah, don't grape any children. Okay? That's bad. Take care, everybody. We'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.
Please subscribe and hit the like and ring that bell if you want notified. Here's some other videos to watch that you might like or you might not. Have a great day, my internet friend. I hope I'll see you once again. Please subscribe and hit the like and ring that bell if you want notified. Have a great day, my internet friend. I hope I'll see you once again. Please subscribe and hit the like and ring that bell if you want notification.